Quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Hey, fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee, only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today, because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. You guys know I love a good deal, and with Sam's held over pricing on over 1,000 items for the summer, you can't lose. Everything from Igloo heavy-duty coolers to the all-beef hot dogs they sell right there at the cafe. And all the summer treats you love, like Members Mark key lime pie ice cream and Kit Kat ice cream bars. How about an inflatable outdoor movie screen? They have that as well. Enjoy all of these Sam's Club great deals. Join the club today. Sign up for a membership at samsclub.com/join.
Did you catch Luisito's header?
Yeah, I just recorded it on my new Samsung A36 5G phone I got for free at Total Wireless.
Oh, I'm actually live streaming the whole match with my new Samsung Tab A9 that I also got free at Total Wireless.
I got that tablet too.
And I got that phone too. We both got both.
Go!
Switch to Total Wireless and get both the Samsung A36 5G and the Samsung Tab A9 for free. For a limited time while supplies last, valid in store. Requires new phone activation on the Total 5G Unlimited plan or higher external port and ID verification and new activation on the Total 5G Unlimited 6-month tablet plan. Restrictions apply.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Ghislaine.
It is Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. Lots to get to today from Ghislaine Maxwell. Should she testify? To New York and Florida get attacked by storms, and inside the fight for the future of South Park. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hey, you guys.
Hello, C-Lane.
Hello.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first squeaky dispatch today. You can also join the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday.
Share that show.
All that means is you spread the word. You take a moment right now, hit the like button over on YouTube for the live stream. For everybody else, tell a friend. That's it. Tell a friend about the News Junkie radio show. Send a link over to the stream, the podcast, whatever you need to do. Just tell somebody. One person today would be hugely helpful. And as you can tell around here, we really need some extra money for some WD-40 for the microphone. So if you could please donate. Yeah, it's just yours is not squeaky enough.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. No.
Oh, yours. Have you tried spitting on it, C-Lane?
Talk to
It's been a long time since I've heard that.
Yeah, the thing. He grabs it in his introduction.
Usually I don't have it on yet, and I don't know why. Whatever.
I
decided
dare
today
you.
was the day.
As a matter of fact, I double dog dare you to do an all building email saying, can anyone provide me with some oil for the
We need a
squeaky
sponsor. We need a sponsor because these mics around here, we've been talking to them for so long. They're all just squeaky now. And it's like we have a swing set at our local park here. And Sabrina, if you end up going anywhere near it, you'll hear the ever-present sound. Every day I'm like, tell me, am I wrong here? If I bring a can of WD-40 and I'm spraying the WD-40 on the playground equipment as an adult, am I the weirdo?
You're still going to get Hep C, for sure.
Is it? But do I look like a weirdo, like interfering with what's happening on the kids' playground?
Are you with child?
No,
that would
I'll
be weird.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be a man with WD-40.
I don't think it's that weird. You're just a community member who wants to help out.
Oh,
yes.
that will look real cool on the body cam footage.
Is there something in it for you? Yes.
Every pedo ever when the cops arrive. I'm a community member.
I'm just taking photos of nature.
I was peeing. Every single time.
Well, don't pee.
All right, I'll stop
Just
before
go
we
out
get
there
into
and
things.
lube up that swing set.
Okay.
We got our opening clip ready to go. We got to talk about all sorts of sexy and viral stuff today here on the show. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
I'm exhausted, gentlemen.
Why are you exhausted? What happened?
Let me give you the rundown. So last night, as a graduation gift for my youngest sibling, one of the twins, was the Beyonce concert in Atlanta. The last one.
Yeah. This was
How
what we
does
were
that
talking
make
about.
you exhausted?
I shall share.
Did you fly to Atlanta last night and go to the show?
This close, and apparently I should have because Jay-Z showed up.
Oh, okay.
But that being said,
Why did Jay-Z show up to every show but the one you went to?
because it's the story of my life.
I like Jay-Z being backstage and rubbing his hands together and be like, Sabrina out there?
No.
Nah.
Let's go.
Aha. Our mom's out there? All right, let's go.
Oh my God. And my mom and sister had better seats and for much cheaper as well.
It's like they're bigger Beyonce fans than you are.
No, they're not because I was the one that bought the tickets. But
They're just smarter Beyonce fans.
I digress. What do you mean? I bought the tickets for them, and don't you think that there was not tears on my keyboard as I did it?
All right, I apologize. Go ahead.
2:00 in the morning, I'm passed out on the couch after watching a very disappointing show on Netflix, and I see a call from my father, which is not good. Off the bat, I'm like, okay, everybody's dead.
That's got to be worse than a rando call from me when you just know something must be broken.
I mean, the last time I did that was a very extreme, tragic national thing that happened.
So your brain goes to emergency when Pops rings the phone. Okay.
And it was a little bit of an emergency because my dad is by himself with all the dogs at home. One of them was pregnant. And I don't know if I've shared this story, but essentially the puppies that were born a couple months back, they're not old enough to get the chop, but old enough apparently to impregnate.
No way.
And after,
are you telling me the timeline from puppy being born to puppy being able to have its own puppies is that short?
Oh, very short, as well as the pregnancy. So there was a dog that they had walked up to their house.
They're multiplying like gremlins down at the Amber household.
And
could you imagine if humans reproduce that fast and you have a one-night stand and you wake up the next morning and there's a baby and you're like, oh.
That means 4 people to an apartment easily.
Sorry, I'll go back to it.
And so my dad and I pick it up and he's in full panic. The man that has raised me in the flight or fight mode went into flight and he's like, I cannot get in touch with your mom. The dog's in labor.
Oh, no. I wouldn't even know what to do. I wouldn't even have any advice.
Nicole is up. I'm like, call my mom, call the sister, call my mom, call my sister. No one's picking up. Let's find the hotel. They're unhelpful. I am now telling my dad, word by word, what to do because a dog is halfway out of
what advice are you giving your dad? I need to take this, and I wouldn't know what to do if I encountered a dog giving birth. Do I have to, grab the little doggies and pull them out of the body parts?
Exactly. So Priscilla is a new dog, and she is kind of a diva. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I don't know, she keeps biting me. And I go, grab a towel, grab a construction glove. You need to pull the dog with traction, but also gentle. He's like, I can't. Let me talk to your mom. Let me talk to your mom. I have called my mom 45 times at this point.
She doesn't care. She's listening to Jay-Z.
And I go, and I can hear Priscilla in the background like, I'm like, this is a nightmare. For 2.5 hours, I'm on the phone talking to my dad, who has never experienced labor in my life, or his life, rather. I don't even think he was in the hospital room when I was being born at this point.
He's playing like reverse whack-a-mole.
Big time.
He's trying to get him out of it.
I can't touch it. So finally, one puppy was gone. Spoiler alert, dog died.
Rip.
All day. And then he goes to the emergency vet after I told him 15 times to go to the emergency vet. And I'm happy to say we have one new baby girl Yorkie in this world. And my mom immediately, once we got in touch with her, said, her name is Beyonce.
Oh, my God. Your dad has had this traumatic night. He can't get a hold of your mother to save his life.
I would love to see her call log because easily 50 missed calls between the three of us.
Mom's now that I am here, I have some important information.
And
here's the name of the dog.
So glad you guys had a great time at the concert. I can't wait to hear about it this afternoon. But can we fix the notification settings? Because you heard nothing.
The little Yorkie babies must be so small.
Oh.
Are they like the size of a motel on a Monopoly board? They seem like they would be so... Monopoly game, like the little red hotels that you put on top of it?
Yeah, no, it's not the size of an ant.
It's bigger than an ant. It's the size of a Monopoly hotel. It's exactly the size.
Half
it's like the size of a roach.
Show me your hands against your microphone right now.
Okay.
Okay, and now do the other hand on the other side.
Okay.
All right, a little bit smaller than that.
Is this some sort of trick? Okay, that big? That's bigger than Carl.
Okay, I think a little smaller than... I don't know, because everything was in FaceTime, but
you just think my hands are that small. That's what it is. That's what's going on here.
So it wasn't a litter of puppies?
No, it was just 2 of them.
Just one. Oh.
And one has
the
survived.
dud.
One didn't, yeah.
And then the other one goes into the pet cemetery in the backyard.
Aren't you supposed to let them eat the dead one? Is that
not the dead one? It's the placenta around it.
Oh, I thought they went out because gerbils. I used to have gerbils,
and you ate them.
No, I had lots of problems. I've told stories about the gerbils, but I think sometimes when there's a deadie, they'll just go for it. But this is dark. This is dark.
Way too
Anyways,
dark. But
glad he got out of that.
Things happened, and I will have a conversation with my parents just a couple days from now. Specifically my dad, where I'm like, hey, I'm an adult now, and I need you to listen to me when mom's not available.
Chat GPT.
All day. Oh, that's what he said. He was screaming. He goes, can you just chat GPT how to do this?
Wait,
I'm reading it right now, Dad.
He called you to chat GPT the response for his emergency.
He's busy getting bit by the mother.
Oh my God! It's
Yeah.
like grab a towel, grab a construction glove. You have an entire shed of crap.
Just
Go in
doing
there,
the best
man.
you could out there. All right, it's a dangerous
What's up
world
with
out
you
there.
guys?
How much sleep did you end up getting by BTW?
45 minutes because Luna knocked off a giant glass candle and I had to clean it up at 4 a.m. It's chill.
All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse to
Please.
see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And it is a nasty day in Florida and New York. We are getting drilled, lambasted, swallowed alive.
Oh, the New York videos look crazy.
Wait,
that's
what's in New York?
That's what we're going to. Take a look at this, Sabrina. On the New York subway, for the first time, it's not somebody robbing a dead naked person
Or defecating.
or defecating in another rider's bag of spaghetti, or who knows? It's just like always a random spin
Classic
the wheel.
New York bag of spaghetti.
You got them Subway spaghetti bags. What was that from? Always Sunny or something where they had the spaghetti bags. Anyhow, so in New York City, it starts raining. New York City, for us in Florida, just so you New Yorkers hanging out with us today know, for us, 1 foot of rain is like 1 inch of rain to you. Will you take 1 inch and you're like, oh God, and you're like
I lost my virginity.
Superstorm Sandy, not for nothing. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to offend, but would have been like an afternoon thunderstorm for the state of Florida. We've been like, oh, that's cute. But in New York, they're like, everybody arm yourselves with trash can lids, and it turns into like emergency. It was nuts in New York. And let's peek at these. If you're hanging out with us today, come on in, watch the show on YouTube or Twitch if you dare. Here we go.
Oh my God.
All right, there is in the subway just a torrential flood. And as these people are in the subway car, they pan to the left, and it's got to be several feet high.
Where's that coming from?
I think down the stairs. I think I don't know if when it rains real bad, they don't do anything to block all those entrances to the subway.
I'm getting PTSD from Bonnaroo.
It is rough, man. The Pets theme song.
Oh, thanks. I did not know what this was.
Yeah, neither did I.
I don't know who sings it, but it's the Pets movie theme song.
Selena Gomez, I bet.
Is it?
I have no idea.
Then here's 28th Street in Manhattan. It's just flowing right onto the subway.
Do they not have this drainage stuff figured out yet?
No, it's just pumping through the system in New York City.
I mean, it eventually goes somewhere because we've seen this happen before.
Yeah.
I've seen it worse, I think.
I mean, it was worse during Superstorm Sandy for sure.
Right.
It was because they got more and longer periods of rain and stuff.
But
it's bad.
So is it just different from station to station? Because I know that you don't always know how it works when you're underground, and they do go up and down in the subway tunnels. Do they just go to a station and they go, nope, none of y'all are getting out here. Let's just keep on to the next station. Let's just see if the next station's dry.
Here's what they said about how much rain fell for you New Yorkers. The Big Apple experienced its second wettest hour in history. The last wettest hour was when I just wandered through Manhattan, just letting my whole body be on display. But this one, second wettest hour in history, as torrential rain drenched the city overnight. Now, here's the cute thing for us, all right? I'm sorry, New York. This is just Florida judging you, and this is how it's going to work. New York City picked up a hair over 2 inches of rain.
2 inches of rain did that?
Uh-huh. Yeah. The second wettest single hour ever recorded.
Ask my girlfriend.
And in the city of New York, it bested only the nearly 3 inches of rain that fell during the aftermath of Hurricane Ida in 2021. So
thank you. How wet was Sandy?
Sandy, I don't know. It's not even on this. It just said,
ask John Travolta.
It says the second worst. Only 2 inches of rain. Floridians, I mean, you got to laugh at this. It's pouring outside my studio right now. And I guarantee you, over the course of this show today, we will get more than 2 inches of rain. That's how hard it's pouring right now.
Riddle me this: how 3 inches of rain, or I'm sorry, 2, did that to the subway? and it hasn't been figured out how to
I think
direct that elsewhere.
I think they just don't have a good system for diverting the floodwaters. And they don't, here's one of the problems that happens all over the United States of America. If it's a problem that only comes up every once in a blue moon, people won't deal with it.
Right.
If it's a problem that comes up all the time, people will be like, well, this is preposterous. Now, mind you, when the blue moon happens, like this terrible flooding in Texas, which happens, once a year, once every couple of years or something, everybody will just sit there and go, how could this happen? And then in 3 weeks, we'll be talking about whatever, okay? We'll be talking about how Elton John died.
Excuse me,
dude, don't put that out there.
Damn mouth.
Sorry, the Elton John fan club. I was just putting out an example of something that would distract us down the road. Something.
Take it
Elton
back.
John dying or not dying. I don't know. Something will distract us.
He's not dying. He just can't hear very well these days.
I'm not saying he's dying now. I'm saying if he did die in 3 weeks, that people would be like, okay, well, we're not going to talk about that anymore. But in New York, it doesn't happen enough. And people just go, oh, my God. Literally, all of the videos. Oh, holy crap.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Holy crap, dude.
Torrential downpour, cars flooding.
God, baby, that thing's huge.
Oh my God. I mean, it is pretty crazy though.
I mean, it's wild, but it's up to beds are underwater in houses. This is from 2 inches of rain. 2 inches.
I mean, that screams a lot. Can we put the taxpayer dollars towards maybe figuring that out?
It only happens once in a blue moon.
The blue moon is here, my friends, and we are just getting started with hurricane season.
I want you to ask yourself a question, Sabrina. Where do the rich people in New York City live?
Up high.
Up. They don't. They're like, oh, did your bed float away, you peasant? Like, come on, please. We ain't helping you out. This happens once every blue moon, so deal with it right now.
You get paid by
It's
blue moon
crazy.
to say blue moon so much?
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Today's the day.
Segment sponsored by a crisp, ice-cold blue moon.
Grab yourself an orange slice and forget about the flood.
I don't mind them at all. So tropical downpours everywhere. We're all flooding just like Texas, except not nearly as bad. One thing that did shock me in New York, I'll bring it back over to us in Florida here for just a second. But in a 24-hour period over the weekend in Florida, and you guys, I'm sure, saw at least a handful of these, Florida had more than 25,000 lightning strikes in 24 hours. That's
Aren't we number one now in the country?
If we're not, we must be top three. Like, I think we might be number one. I think we literally might be number one. Because that's crazy. 25,000 lightning strikes in 24 hours as these thunderstorms go through. New York, you'd be done. You would literally look like the day after tomorrow, New York. Like, your city would be, the Statue of Liberty would just the flame on the torch would be above the water.
Sleeping with the fishes.
I was about to say something with zero information behind it, so let me stop let me correct myself. TNJAI, citizens of the state of Florida versus citizens of the state of New York, which ones are more likely to know how to swim? Let's see if we can get any data on that. That's pretty esoteric and out there as far as questions go. But I wonder. I feel like New Yorkers aren't as likely to be able to swim. But
Floridians generally have more access to swimming opportunities year-round, thanks to the warm climate, numerous beaches, and pools. So they might be more likely to know how to swim compared to New York.
Yeah, I don't know if they have data they can pull from. But I feel like if this happens in Midtown Manhattan, most of you Midtown Manhattanites with your briefcases and whatnot, I don't think you know how to swim. You don't look like you know how to swim.
Okay, so just put a floaty or two in the briefcase.
They seem a little helpless. Seems mean, but that's what's coming to mind right now. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about what's next. Do you want her to? Would you like this to happen? Ghislaine, whatever her name is, Maxwell.
Ghislaine, I believe.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Should she testify? Where are we at on that? I want to know what people think. We got a lot of other follow-up emails on the show yesterday to talk about, and a lot on a very busy Share the Show Tuesday. So don't miss a moment of the show today. Stay with us. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Keep an eye out for a car stopped on the shoulder on Florida's Turnpike northbound before that I-4 exit there. There's a crash getting cleared up on Orange Blossom Trail at Colonial Drive. It's going to be your typical slowdowns on I-4 this morning. No serious accidents affecting your commute on the major roadways, and the roadways are wet out there, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. So start feeling like it today. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Score limited time savings on your favorite snacks and drinks at Wawa. Whether you're craving a refreshing drink or a tasty treat, Wawa has you covered. Enjoy exclusive deals in-store or on the Wawa app, making it easier than ever to fuel your day without breaking the bank. Don't miss out on summer savings, perfect for road trips, beach days, or backyard hangs. Savor a summer of savings. Gotta have a Wawa.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're...
Hello. Hang on. A lot of emails coming in. Let me make sure there are no fires. How are we today? I want to thank you guys in advance, honest to God, from the bottom of my heart, for sharing the show on a Share the Show Tuesday. Now that I've done that, it implies that you must award yourself with the ability to accept what I just gave you. And that is, you're now required to share the show. So just tell somebody. Let somebody know about the show, send a link, or the easiest, most lazy way to share the show, right now on YouTube, stop whatever you're doing and hit that like button on the stream, okay? Work network is down, so I'm chilling, says Bootsy. You guys, rain check, all right? Rain check. It's pouring outside of the studio. I don't know if you can hear it. Hang on. Hang on. Can you hear that? It's pouring outside of the studio. Rain check, chat. Is it raining where you are? Put the city where you are and then rain yes or rain no. Okay? Booty sweat, yes, I have seen that. And we're going to talk about it at some point during the show today. It's interesting to me. For a couple of reasons. All Day Yucker says, rain can't penetrate Sean's blur on his house. Take that, baby. Can I tell you, between you guys and me, every time I talk about that, I get a flood of people. And please stop doing this, okay? A flood of people who are like, here's your house, here's how much it's worth, here's how... Like, please, just refrain from doing that, please, for God's sake. Ormond Beach pouring in Deltona, light drizzle in Altamont. Winter Garden, it's raining. Ivanhoe raining. Philly and no rain. Good for you, Drew. Raining in Daytona. Mims, it's pouring. Hourglass, rain, yes. Merkel, Texas, rain this morning, but not now, says Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Raining in Lake Mary. Port St. Lucie, AJ Soup says, pretty sunny. Good for you down there. Charlotte, North Carolina, no rain. Nice. Enjoy. All right, we got 2 minutes, and we're coming back live on the show. 2 minutes. Deerfield, sunny. It's sunny down south, it looks like, at least for a little while for our Floridians. But I want to say two things. One, thank you to all of the people who have either signed up for or gifted secret shows. In the last 24 hours, it's been a huge influx of people. Personally, I benefit a lot from that because it's my best deal with iHeart. So every single one of those subs or gifted subs helps all of this shit happen, okay? All of those help. They absolutely help, okay? So I appreciate that. Number two, there are, I think, like a dozen or so more gifted subs that if you want to become a Secret Show subscriber, see what's happening with the uncensored secret shows, explore this world, unlock all sorts of other stuff on the website, and even get, gifted stuff if you end up gifting to others. It's a whole thing. But go over to thenewsjunkie.com now. Claim those subs. All right? Claim them now. 90 seconds and we're back. Springfield, Missouri, no rain, hot as balls, says Jill. Jill, good for you. I mean, kind of good for you. At least it's not raining. Jill, rate Springfield out of 10. Springfield experience out of 10. Living there. Shane O, only small percentage to process stuff because it comes through as revenue, but not much. It's one of the few things. Sean, you're a history buff. Did you ever see the movie Cross of Fire? Watch it. It's about the KKK, but it's so good. I'll have to make a note of that. Thank you. I'll check it out. All right, we're coming back, folks. Here we go. Try to talk over the copyrighted music. Copyrighted music. All right, here we go.
And more. iHeart 80s. iHeart 80s goes commercial free this weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart 80s, and make it your next preset.
iHeart Radio.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. B-O-N-U-S. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. No. This is the news.
And you can hang out with the three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Learn more about the show. Everything you need to know is right there for you at your fingertips. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Honest take. It's just the simplest of ways, all right? Sabrina Sealing.
How hot does this take, Sean?
Would you like to see
my penis?
No.
I'm going to go ahead and say no as well, respectfully.
No, just for the record, that's not up for grabs, okay?
Or
would you, after all this nonsense, all this drama, all the hubbub, all the headlines, all the social media posts, would you like to see testimony from Ghislaine Maxwell about the Epstein stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what does that look like? They're like, do you want her to testify?
I want her to go before Congress, and everybody's going to grandstand like crazy. But I don't really care. In this case, I would just like to see it and see what would shake out on the other side.
Is she pleading the fifth?
I don't think so. I think that she's suggested that she would be interested in talking about the Epstein stuff because she's already behind bars for like 20-something years. So it would behoove her maybe to try to get out and get some things answered and say, like, why am I the only person that got arrested for this? Now, you both say the same thing I do, which is like, yeah, let me see this. I'd like to see this testimony. Who's against it? I haven't seen a single person.
Anyone on that list, maybe?
Who's questioning her? Who's asking the questions?
Congress would ask the questions.
Everybody in Congress? Everybody gets a question?
Yeah. So then you'd have like bipartisan people asking, questions from whatever side.
Can we do it like Bravo does and submit questions? Like, at Sabrina425 says.
I wish it would be nice if they did that. I don't know if they'll answer what the question you might have in mind would be, but I really do think that it would be great television. It would be great. It would be really enticing to watch, and hopefully there would be some explosions. Who's against this? If so, I'd like to hear from you. If you're like, no, don't want to hear this, shut it down. Shut it down. Don't want to hear that testimony. Because it seems to me like for once, I'm looking over at the people on the right, and they're like, yes, please, let's do it. I want to see this testimony. I'm looking over at the people on the left, and they're like, yeah, we agree. We want to see the same thing. That doesn't happen that often, okay? It's like a crazy convention. Everybody's coming together, and they're like, yeah, we agree on this thing. Other than anti-Semitism, there's not a lot that brings everybody together like that. So I would think that this would be good TV. I would think it would be at least partially useful. And I would like to see Ghislaine Maxwell testify. Give me some bombshells, baby. I would like to see that happen. But if you don't want that to happen, I'd like to hear why. All right? Because there must be at least some people who are suggesting that, no, that's not what we want to see.
Do you think if Ghislaine Maxwell testifies in front of Congress and they ask her all these questions and she answers truthfully, I mean, it's hard to say whether she's being truthful or not. She doesn't have a lot of reason to lie, but she also could just make stuff up if she wanted to.
She could, yeah.
She's already been sentenced, question mark? Yes? Does she already have a sentencing? So she's already...
She is currently serving 20 years.
Right.
So she's been sentenced.
Well, are we giving her any incentive to testify?
Yeah, to get out?
Take some of the back end off of that sentence.
I wouldn't mind it. You know what they say? Like if there's some bombshell that was not heard of that like implicates some people that should be behind bars.
Sure, but in that case, don't you think she'd have to be in witness protection, which would be very tough?
Hold on. And she might already be in some sort of protection in prison. I don't know. She's a woman involved in this stuff, so I think it's... I think it's less
very
likely.
Powerful people that could be implicated.
It could, yeah. Look at what everybody says about Epstein, for God's sake.
But to finish my original question.
Sorry.
No. It's do you think that there's a chance that this could all go down and we're all still just kind of disappointed because it's not as bombshelly as everybody has this picture in their mind of this master list with all these famous names and celebrities on them. And, we wouldn't even know the name Jeffrey Epstein if he hadn't, done all this stuff. He was just a no-name billionaire that you're like, where did this guy come from with all this money that was able to he was brought up on some pretty serious charges, and then he wrote a check and left the courthouse.
Yeah.
Do you not think that a lot of whatever names would come up would be people that you're like, I do not know who that is?
That's possible, but it still could mean that person has done something criminal that I would like to. I don't even care if I don't know him. I'd like to see him behind bars. But as far as Epstein, like if you go back in the day, I remember listening to Rush Limbaugh back in the day, and he would be screaming about this. Like, this is not a new thing. In many ways, it has Epstein? The vibes of in many ways, it has the vibes of like the what's his name? Huxtable, J-E-L-L-O. Bill Cosby.
Jello.
The Bill Cosby stuff.
Where it says Huxtable, it spells Jello.
Or I'll say
Rudy.
J-E-L-L-O.
Oh yeah.
Or I'll say beyond that, like
come on, give us another
Louis C.K. Like where everybody was talking about, or some people were talking about this stuff beforehand. It was out there, it was known, but then it got even bigger afterwards. This is not a new name, but there might be still some secrets locked up. And you could be right, C-Line. Maybe there's no bombshells at all. Maybe there's even a good chance that doesn't happen. But I still think it would be worth it. I still think like it would be worth it to let things boil up to that level and see what goes down. Personally, I would like to see that. Sour Patch Pete on Twitch says, "Did you guys hear Elton John died? He died. I didn't say Elton John died.
Please stop.
All right. I wasn't saying that he died. I was just saying, forget it. I don't want to bury myself anymore. But what do you think about this? Let us know.
Sorry, Elton.
Or maybe you're a larger percentage of people, even perhaps, they are like, this doesn't affect me in any way. Move on. I want to get to the next thing. Let us know about that, too. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Speaking of that, let's work in some feedback. Belinda emails the show. Belinda says, you were talking yesterday about these little statues that your father had, these little bronze statues. I said, as a kid, I thought we were lit up rich, man. Look at all these bronze statues we have. There's a bull and a man riding a horse.
Yeehaw.
And all these things. And she says, hi, Sean. I'm a boomer, and I watch the show a little bit after it is aired so I can fast forward through the commercials. What are you doing? But I'm watching today's show currently, and I'm at the bronze or statues topic that your father collected. I think those were from Avon, for real, says Belinda. And I love that Belinda's little footer in her email, her signature. It doesn't have a photo of her, but a photo of her little dog. Her dog is in her signature. Thank you, Belinda. A lot of people did say that. They're like, those statues were from Avon. My memory, and you never know, like sometimes you will regurgitate a memory that you think is perfect. And if you get enough other views, you're like, well, maybe that didn't happen the exact way I thought it did. But my memory was that some of them were at least related to Remington. I don't know if they made shavers and cologne, but I felt like at least some of them might have been related to that. It was so long ago, I don't remember, but it turned out we weren't rich. They just came with stuff that my dad bought anyway. Over to another email, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. Brandy emails this show. Hi, team. She says, Sean, I really love what you said yesterday about a legalization solution for illegal immigrants. It made a lot of sense, and I definitely agree that Trump would be recognized in a very positive light and have a great legacy if something like that was put into place. That being said, I'm curious about your thoughts on legal immigration. One of my close friends came to this country legally in 2020 before the lockdown from Ukraine. She came here on a work visa and filed papers immediately to become a citizen. There has been absolutely zero movement in her case. She has a driver's license for the state of Florida. She pays taxes, yet she's over $30,000 in the hole on her immigration attorney with no movement towards her citizenship. She was actually told by her attorney that she should claim asylum since the war broke out after she left, and maybe that would be quicker and a better option for her. I had no idea how difficult it was to be an immigrant illegally or legally in the United States. Anyways, thought you would appreciate the complicated legal take. And there she says, thank you, Brandy. Appreciate the email and the comments. I agree with you. I think that one of the reasons why, if you talk to immigrants, legal immigrants in the United States of America, you'll find that a lot of them are very much against illegal immigration because of all the hoops that they've had to jump through. And so many times, like a lot of white, very political people will look at a bunch of like Mexicans and be like, well, you too want your compadres to be able to come across the border, huh?
Come on, man.
And then they'll go, no, if I came over and my family came over legally and it was a lot, and I think everybody should have to do that.
Fair and square.
Right. Yeah. I think a lot of people say that. So I think that our legal immigration process should be refined, tuned in, so we are getting good people from around the world who want to assimilate into American culture. I think all, and I mean this with a capital ALL, all mass immigration from all countries should be stopped immediately. I don't think we should have massive amounts of people pouring into cities like they do in Minnesota, who are all completely different from different countries with different cultures.
Sure,
and so all of a sudden,
super
there's
happy to have them here.
a massive Somalian population in a city that's never seen it before. Shut it down immediately. I don't want it happening from Haiti. I don't want it happening from Somalia. I don't want it happening from any country,
So how do you
actually.
pick just a couple individuals that are trying to escape from a very dangerous situation?
What you're talking about is asylum, which is a different thing that needs to be refined in the United States as well, in my opinion. I think we need to find out what people actually truly need to leave the place they're at and find another place, how long they should be able to stay for. That's a different issue. What happens so many times is we're just like, all right, we'll take 50,000 people in this city from this country, and people realize something. That realization is this: America is not some melting pot, as you've been told it is in your entire life. America has and always will be something very different than a melting pot. It's more of a Cobb salad where everything is kind of layered on top of each other. So when the Italians came to town, they lived by the other Italians. And when the Somalians come to town, they live with the other Somalians. And the Venezuelans, they live with the Venezuelans. And the Costa Ricans, and of course they do that. Of course they do that. But the problems with those layers are that you eventually can wash out communities and the culture that existed there previous. And that's why I think we need to be very particular about who we get. I think we need to be taking in people who are very well screened. I think we need to be taking in people who are going to be a net positive to the United States of America and who want to be Americans, who are proud to be Americans. That's the people that I want in. We need them. We absolutely need them. What we don't need is just like unfiltered, unfettered access through borders and pretend asylum claims and all the rest. And then after you let that happen for 20, 30 years, freaking out and hyperventilating that somebody might remove those people. Like, this is the situation that was created by all of this inaction for decades. I want immigrants. I love immigrants. I want it done the right way. And I think most people do. But thank you for your email. I appreciate it. I agree. People who are coming here legally should have a better system. We should care more about this. We don't apparently enough just yet. Okay. When we come back, an update on a story we were talking about yesterday, and a pretty big one. All right. A pretty big update because the cuffs are out and someone has been arrested. What's going down? Who's getting arrested? What for? All of that is answered just minutes from right now. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1, alternative this weekend on...
Florida today, from the Atlantic coast to the Gulf Coast, as a low-pressure system with tropical origins moves into the eastern Gulf. That's where it could become a tropical depression tomorrow. But for us, we're going to see areas of really heavy rain today through 3 o'clock before things taper just in time for the evening commute, but not before anywhere from 1 to as many as 8 inches in spots could fall, resulting in some spotty flash flooding. That's a wrap from Fox 35.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road to summer fun. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here.
Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
This July, celebrate a little more than fireworks. That's right, celebrate the freedom of knowing your health. Life Imaging FLA's heart and body scans help you stay ahead of disease. Be proactive, not reactive. Don't wait for that symptom. Get ahead of that with a scan from Life Imaging FLA. When you consider that 1 of 3 people in America will die of heart disease, and in some of those cases, the very first symptom you get is sudden death, you definitely want to pay attention to what's happening inside your body. With Life Imaging FLA's free heart scan, you can do that and then build a plan with your primary care doctor. And remember, there are no dyes, no injections. You don't have to take your clothes off. This entire process only takes a few minutes. So do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did, what so many people in Central Florida are doing. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. Here's how you make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you will be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Yes, it's true that most injury attorneys don't cost you a dime unless they get you money for your injuries. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. It pains me to hear people still don't know that you don't have to pay me up front. Never deal with the insurance companies alone. They have a team of lawyers, and you should have a team too. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or call me at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why.
Folks, we're coming back in 2 minutos. In 2 minutes, we're coming back. We'll talk about this story about C-Lane getting arrested last night. You just can't be that close to a school if you're somebody like him. So we'll get into the details of what went down. I can hear what he's saying. He's trying to involve himself in some way, but yes. We'll get into the details here momentarily, folks. My nose is bleeding. Ever since I lightened up on the drinking so much, I think there's less alcohol going through my system. This is my dummy theory. I think there's less alcohol going through my system, so less alcohol going through my pores, so my skin is breaking out. It's my theory.
Probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Moffitt Cancer Center, Florida's top choice for cancer care. Located in Tampa, Moffitt cancer experts work together to offer personalized treatment plans to provide the best possible outcomes. Moffitt, a cancer center like no other. Learn more at Moffitt.org.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Who has gifted secret shows over the last couple of days here, trying to get those no
pins are killer
pins. They're fun, right? Yeah, they're fun. You can claim gifts, limited promotional gifts when you gift secret shows or when you subscribe. Like if you have never subscribed, your first time when you subscribe, you can grab a gift on the way out. And right now there's random magnets, all right, which is just a random magnet from the collection. There are these No S Warlock pins, which are the first pins that have ever been done like this. And they're awesome. The design is very cool. And I added Skin Bears. Bear stickers.
Come on.
Skin Bear stickers from yesterday. There's only 50 of them. I added them. So one thing, two different ways to do this, and they both benefit you. Number one, if you are not a Secret Show subscriber, there's like a dozen, I think, gifted subs that are up. You could just take them, create your account, grab one of those gifted subs, and then you have access to uncensored secret shows, and you're in the world. Two, if you want one of those items, you can sign up for secret shows and explore that world, or you can gift secret shows to somebody else if you're already a sub and get one of those gifts, all at thenewsjunkie.com. Love the Skin Bear stickers, though. I think I've been really
like a
thinking,
cartoon Skin Bear, or did you just take the image of the Skin Bear?
I took the creepiest image of the actual Skin Bear like this and die cut around the Skin Bear and made a die cut sticker out of it. Oh, it's glorious. It's so weird and so glorious. And I'm telling you, right now, just because of the way I am in my aesthetic and the things that I like clean, modern kind of stuff. So I've never put a sticker on my laptop. I've never put a single sticker on my laptop. It's clutter and chaos to me. But all of a sudden, I'm like, I want to put the Skin Bear sticker on my laptop. I want to put that on there. Or like some of our, like, I like the last sticker that we did with our previous merch drop. I was like, that would also look cool. There's a whole bunch of them now. I'm like, maybe
so
I
many
should.
stickers. I am double laptop stickers. As you could see, the latest one is the bottom part, which is a baggie.
A baggie with what? What kind of baggie is that?
Is that cocaine?
How dare you? It's obviously
DRUGS?
a little flower for tiny cupcakes.
Real men use 3 petals, it says?
Yep. We got these. I mean, I love a good laptop sticker, so I support you in this journey.
I don't usually like stuff like that, but like the perfect place to put something like a sticker is a laptop to me. It's a laptop. Like Courtney is the most weird weirdo in the world when it comes to stuff like this.
Sweet baby angel.
She stores all of the stickers that she gets and likes in a drawer. And she won't like take them off the sticker thing. And I go, what's the point? What are you doing?
Because I have an entire drawer and box of stickers that I love so much where I'm like, it's not the time.
You got to put it on something.
I'm waiting for the perfect place to place them, and it's not on these laptops.
There's places that I don't want to put them. And like on my car, on like some of these places, I don't want to do that kind of stuff. Some of you sticker people, you car sticker people, you are. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you what nobody else would. Car sticker people are weird. They're a little bit weird.
I have a lot.
I could pull behind you.
I'm like, I get it. You did 5,000 5Ks. I don't care.
You did. And look, you have 4 kids and you're all stick figures next to each other. And like, you got the Jesus fish.
And you're an honor student or whatever the hell.
I should not be able to pull behind you at a stoplight and learn that much about your life. I should not be able to pull up behind you and be like, oh, this person voted for Kamala Harris and they have 3 kids and they love cats and they also are
what's your deal,
poker players.
Seems like you're coming at me, bro.
There's a lot of different things that are lining up and I'm getting them all from the stickers on this car. They shouldn't be able to do that. But if you want one of those, go grab them, thenewsjunkie.com. I want to talk about Folks, hang tight. iHeart HQ is having some internet issues. These internet issues will be resolved momentarily. So please be patient. Please be patient. C-Lane is restarting something that maybe will fix this. Camera guy is not fired. Camera guy's doing a fine job. This is why we love Skull Mike. Hey, I'm good over here. My connection is good. Everything's right. Uh-oh. Okay. Hang on. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Right now?
Yep.
Boom, 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 where you say way up?
Way up. Okay, we're good. It was something with the brick.
Something with the internet.
Okay. Can you put those videos full screen and then we're good to go? Folks, we're back in action. I didn't even get to tell what the problem was. I didn't tell who got arrested. Could you guys hear me that whole time? You couldn't hear me? They could hear me back at the station. There was a problem with their internet. I think they had complete internet dropout, and then the brick communication between the two studios didn't come back online like it should. I did not announce that Elton John got arrested. No. Nor did I announce that Brian Wilson died. But who knows what's going to happen before the end of the show today. Somebody at iHeart rubbed on something? I mean, look, it's bad weather. What do you want? I can hear you on Real Radio's website? Yeah. I think we were still coming through, but I just could not hear the station. Holy cow. A lot of gifted subs, man. All right, folks, we're back on board. We got about a minute, and then we're going to get back to it, and I'll tell you what the arrest was about. On a Share the Show Tuesday. So, do like the stream if you don't mind, please. Do like the stream.
For value at Sam's Club. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. This is the perfect time to join Sam's Club and make the most of summer. So sign up for a membership today at samsclub.com/join.
There's no such thing as a fender bender when it comes to motorcycle accidents. More than 80% of crashes result in catastrophic injuries. Injuries that require experienced attorneys ready to fight for you. We are, and we will. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
Three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. And you, well, yes, you can learn more about the show. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Thenewsjunkie.com. We're back, baby.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're good to go. Yeah. I
It
mean,
was very funny, though, because we can hear you perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And we're trying to just, make up the space that is, we know for sure Sean can't hear us.
Uh-huh.
Sheila and I are having a little back and forth, and you're like, all right. Can you hear
still
me?
can't hear you guys.
All right. Sounds good.
I thought for sure that we were either like sliced apart or we were like connecting with each other. So for me, when you guys can't hear me, I'm like, okay, well, it's totally off. The connection has been severed. But it looked like you guys lost internet for a blip, and then when it came back on, like everything came on except for I couldn't hear you back.
Huh.
So I'm just stuck over here.
Well, the good people listening to terrestrial had a real show.
Yeah.
Internet's a weird place.
Yes,
it is. Well, here we are. We're back, and we're happy to be with you. And now I could finally pay off the tease, unless you guys did that beforehand.
Sean, what? Can't hear you. JK.
Somebody got arrested. All right. It's an update to a story we did yesterday. Here are the details. This says, arrest made in macabre human flesh teddy bear prank in Southern California. When I saw this, I was like, why did you arrest anybody? Like, of all the people who should be hauled off in California, like, who did there need to be an arrest over the teddy bear prank?
Arrest over what? Disturbing the peace?
Let's see if the story mentions
is it real human skin, and this ties into some cold case murder?
That will be a wild twist. Let's see what we got. Here's KTLA.
Disturbing hoax gone too far. Deputies in San Bernardino County have arrested a Victorville man after a morbid teddy bear horror prop was found at a gas station. The teddy bear was ultimately determined to be a horror prop used in haunted houses.
But what? And I'm sure they'll get to this. I'm just cutting it off mid-rant here. What is illegal about doing that? What?
I don't know.
That shouldn't be illegal, right? Like,
what if he just dropped it there? Like, what if he didn't even leave it there on purpose to scare people? What if it was just an accident?
Well, let me take this further. Have you guys seen that the new I Know What You Did Last Summer is coming out? You guys familiar with this?
We know that it's coming out. I don't know anything about it.
Jennifer Love Hewitt is her name. She's in this, and this is the whole movie where they accidentally kill somebody. The person says, I know what you did last summer, and they have like some secret killer coming after them.
I just watched the first movie of that franchise this year of my life, 35.
So they keep doing these, and they got a fresh one that's out right now. And to promote this, let me see if I can bring this up before we get to the arrest here in California. But to promote I Know What You Did Last Summer, they were doing this thing all weekend long in New York City, where they had somebody dressed up like the main protagonist killer in the movie. So the killer is somebody you don't see their face, but this they have like a
trench coat, boat hat.
Is that a slicker? Would you call that a slicker?
Yeah, I think so.
It looks like a raincoat, which seems to be confusing during the weather that we're having as of late.
And a hook, and like they kill with a hook, and they've got this like slicker trench coat thing going on. And I'm trying to see if I can find the examples of them doing this. But all this weekend, they had somebody dressed up as the killer from I Know What You Did Last Summer. And they were walking around places where they weren't expecting them. And people were just running in different directions because they thought there was a killer on the loose. And they were like, hilarious. Go see the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer. And when I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, that's fun and that's funny and that's cute and whatnot. All right. Hold on. Is this an example? I don't know if this is it or not. Okay, yeah, here it is. See, The fisherman guy, I think this might be one of them.
Yeah, that seems strange.
I don't know. The camera footage looks a little funky on this, but there was different ones where it showed people in all these situations, and the slicker guy with the hook would walk by them, and they'd get all scared and they run everywhere.
And that's totally cool with the city officials.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if leaving a scary teddy bear by a gas station door is illegal, how is that not illegal? How is that different? Like,
I would love to peep into the next door account of that area.
Is scaring people illegal?
It can be, I think.
How?
If they're in fear of their
terror.
Yeah. If they think they're going to die because there's an ex-murderer going around, a hook murderer.
The crime would be like maybe inciting panic or inciting, rebellion or whatever. Inciting some sort of panic or fear in these people.
You see somebody or, a teenager, somebody that is not all mentally there, walking around with a BB gun or an airsoft gun. And that would the same panic not be there for someone who's walking around with a hook and a trench coat?
That's what we had to get into, because if one is illegal, it seems like the other one should be illegal.
Yeah,
what's the charge in this arrest?
All right, let's find out. Let's see what they say in the story. Sorry, let's go back to the actual KTLA story.
Latex and looks like human remains wrapped in skin. San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arrested 23-year-old Hector Villanueva for causing an emergency while knowing it to be false. And
causing an emergency while knowing it to be false. There was no emergency. What was the emergency here? That there was a scary-looking bear by the door of a gas station? This is stupid.
If it looks like human skin, that still is so gross.
You're what? Okay, what did he? Let me go back to the actual charge itself, because that you can't prove this.
San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arrested 23-year-old Hector Villanueva for causing an emergency while knowing it to be false. And
causing an emergency while knowing it to be false. You know what that's for? That's literally for shouting fire in a crowded theater. Which, by the way, is the most brought up, philosophical free speech argument you'll ever hear. Shouting fire in a crowded theater is constitutionally protected free speech if the theater is on fire. Right. If it's not, and you know it not to be, it literally would be the charge that this person just laid out. You knew there was not an emergency. You scared people into thinking there was an emergency, and people could have or did get hurt. Putting a scare bear near the door of a gas station is not that, in my opinion. I don't think.
You're looking at this from the perspective of, and I would, the same, dare I say ceiling as well, as we are familiar with weird crap like this. We love to observe or at least talk about it. Now, put yourself in the shoes of somebody who is a lot simpler than us.
Okay.
And they see that at the 7-Eleven. And it looks like human skin. Why wouldn't you call 911? People call 911 over hearing a boom or helicopters over their house too long.
But still, a fire in a crowded theater is an emergency for a big group of people. It's an emergency for everybody that's in that room.
So as far as the charge, it's wrong.
I think so. It doesn't make sense to me. You would say, you would have to know that the person purposely put it there to cause a panic. How do you prove that?
But what's the panic? Say that was human skin, actual human skin that was stuffed, taxidermed, and left there, and a horrific crime had occurred to facilitate this human skin, Skinny the Pooh bear, being at this gas station. There's still no emergency, to a greater group of people here. It's just something that the police need to come and investigate.
But it's an emergency if you have 15 people calling.
All right, but
15
what about
Karens and Chads?
Let's bring it to this. Let's go to the airport. You leave a bag unattended, right? And then people will say, see something, say something. Then you see this weird bag and you can report it, and there's nothing there, right? You wouldn't charge the person leaving that bag behind with this because they left the bag behind. I don't think you would. No, if you just leave a bag, if you leave a bag behind on purpose and it has a bunch of wires hanging out of it, and you're like, fake bombed you. Yeah, but if you just have a skin bear at the door of a gas station, this doesn't make sense. says deputies responded to the location on a report of human remains spotted outside the convenience store, which was cordoned off with yellow crime scene tape. While a coroner's investigation examined the teddy bear, placing it in a pink-colored plastic bag for further examination. Story went viral, yabba yabba. In a news release after this was put out, this is from the police. This is what the folks are up to. This is legit. All right. This is from the police. This is their press release. Deputies identified the person who left the teddy bear at the AM/PM as Hector Corona Villanueva. If it's not ICE, it's the teddy bear police. What's going on out there? Corona Villanueva was arrested and will be booked on this charge, causing the report of an emergency while knowing it to be false.
Okay, that's a little different than what we were saying.
Intentionally and wrongfully planting evidence to falsely present as real. All right? So they're saying that he must have put the teddy bear there to make people scared of the teddy bear. And then when they saw that it wasn't really a skin bear, the cops had already been called and there was like panic or whatever.
The thing that we just read there, if you scroll back up and you get to the charge, is different than what the news said. The news said causing an emergency, knowing it to be false, which is not what happened. But it says this is causing the report of an emergency while knowing it to be false and planting evidence to falsely present as real. This sounds like they have a law on the books that if you do something that would persuade somebody to call 911 in a situation where there is no emergency, then you can now be arrested for that, and that's what they've done.
I mean, you would have to have some evidence that the guy purposely put it there to scare people into, like, go viral or something. The only thing that seems like an equivalent to this is when Aqua Teen Hunger Force did their guerrilla promotional stunt.
Right.
Where they put these little digital alien characters on these packages all over the city and all over the country. I think it was in multiple countries, like Boston and stuff. I mean, multiple cities like Boston and stuff across the country. And people saw them and they thought they were bombs, and then they got in trouble. But
wasn't that also sort of close to the time of the Boston bombing?
I think it may have been around that. I think it might have been around that. But to me, you have to like knowingly do that. And does anybody want somebody going to jail for this? I don't know. Let us know what you think. That seems like a little bit much, arresting somebody.
Yeah, but guess what's going to skyrocket?
The Bears?
His Etsy store.
They're already sold out. I went after the show yesterday.
What about everything else made of skin?
After the show, I went and I said, let me take a look. What's going on here? Can I get one? And then it said sold out. Sold out.
Damn it. I guess you just have to make your own skin bear, Sean.
There's a guy just sewing skin bears right now. He's as busy as could be. He's sewing all the skin bears. That's his life at the moment here.
Has he
Absolutely
shared
crazy.
What it's made of already?
Yeah, they said silicone.
Okay.
So like just like you would make any props out of or something.
Right.
I don't know. It's
Sean's hoping it's real skin so you can give it a little chew.
I think it's a cool prop. I think it's fun. I'm glad the guy got some attention. He seems to be pretty darn talented. I like people that make things like this. I'm a fan, you know. But when I look at people who should go to prison for things like this, I think it should be like incredibly intentional. Like literally somebody who shows up at a concert and goes, he's got a gun! And then everybody runs one way and there's a stampede and somebody dies in the stampede. Like that. There's the thing, you know? That's what we should all be worried about, not a fake skin bear. That doesn't do it for me. A couple emails real quick. Phil emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com about stickers. I only have one sticker on my car, and it's on my driver's side kick window, he says. It's the snake sticker.
What's a kick
window? I don't know. Is that like the little...
Is it
the
kick, I believe.
Is that little like triangle window? Like you have your big window and then you got that little like triangle window thing? I don't know if that's it, but that's my guess. It's the snake sticker. It's unfortunately getting torn up for some unknown reason. I have multiple News Junkie stickers on my metal water cup that I carry with me everywhere. Here's my snake sticker, he says, and he shows it. There it is. Okay. I think it's like on a smaller window on the car and it's getting chewed up a little bit. Who knows? Could be snakes actually doing it to the snake. You never know what's happening there. Be careful. David emails the show. He says, I have two takes. Well, it's a little ASCII, David. First things first. Number one, he says, a certain group of people just want to hear the testimony of Ghislaine Maxwell on the Epstein front. so they can claim their pound of flesh from the other side. A certain group of people, I think that's like a lot of people. I think it's like both sides want, like, the far left wants Trump to be involved and they want Trump to go to jail. The far right wants, like, the Clintons to be involved. Like, yeah.
And they're turning on Pam Bondi now, I saw.
Even their own, yeah. They want this because they think Pam Bondi might have exaggerated or lied. Oh, I got all this stuff on my desk. Truth be known, whatever she says or whomever she implicates is talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, they're not going to be doing jail time. If former President X or Dignitary X is accused in her testimony of sleeping with a 17-year-old, that statute of limitation would have expired years ago. You don't know that to be true. You don't know what crimes she has knowledge of, firsthand knowledge of. There absolutely could be crimes that she has firsthand knowledge of that would still remain within the statute of limitations. That could be the case.
Not only does she need immunity, but it will be witness protection, because if there's a list of people, very powerful people and well-known people that she's going to expose, that lady's going to the middle of nowhere with a wig and a new name.
Oh, I wonder if Ghislaine Maxwell would start off her testimony of being like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm not suicidal. And if I end up dead, just know that it wasn't me. It was, there's a lot of that. Number 2 on the takes from Dave. If you don't know, folks should check out how incredibly difficult it is to try to legally immigrate to Canada, Denmark, Sweden, or any other free world country. You need a lot of money or guaranteed income, or you have to start a business in those countries to be able to immigrate there legally. It's an extremely difficult process. It's highly interesting how nobody wants to immigrate anywhere else but the USA, isn't it? Things that make you go, says Dave. Dave, I'm going to give you a contrary point here, okay? I'm going to give you a contrary point, all right? Because I like to maintain consistency as best I can. And in my mass emigration equals almost always bad viewpoint, I also put Americans in that basket. And I'll tell you one particular example. Like, if I was the Philippines, I would immediately instate a law that no single men over the age of 40 could emigrate to their country, to the Philippines. Why? Because it's also a problem on their end in places like the Philippines or other like passport bro states and stuff, that they have all of these like single dudes that will go over there to date young or marry young Filipino women, and they become like built into their economy as a way to hop ladders and climb out of poverty if you're an impoverished 17, 18, 19-year-old girl in the Philippines. That to me is also a bad migration, right? Like mostly old, bald, white dudes moving to the Philippines.
As a consumer of 90 Day Fiancé, I wholeheartedly disagree with your new policy.
You don't want that? I think that happens a lot.
White Lotus kind of touched on that in Thailand.
I think every single country should have strict rules and laws about whom they bring in and making sure that they got people who are like assimilating and not a bunch of weirdos and not a bunch of like religious extremists, and like this stuff happens. It happens all over the place. But yeah, I mean, a lot of other countries, you're not wrong on that front. Like it is hard to legally move into most countries. It's much easier if you're an American than if you're like, let's say, a Haitian or like from some southeastern African country. If you're from Somalia, you know, those kind of places. It's more of an issue. Anyhow, all right, we'll see what more of you have to say about this. Lots of emails coming in. I don't think that the teddy bear prankster should have been arrested, but I want to see what you think about that. Send us your emails and dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. Back with more, including something happening in the world of AI that we have to talk about. And it involves AI girlfriends, so buckle up. We'll also get geared up for the next episode. That, too, is on the way, and a whole bunch more as we roll on into Share the Show Tuesday. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Like a bar fight with microphones. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Rainy conditions are clogging up the roadways a bit more than usual this afternoon. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways. There's also a couple accidents to keep an eye out for on I-95 southbound before International Speedway Boulevard. There's a crash on State Road 408 West 6676.
Well, hello.
From the traffic center of James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Start feeling like it today. Visit truist.com/care.
Hi, how are you?
Leaders in banking, unwavering in care.
We've got a lot to touch on today, including, but not limited to, your mother, your sister, and other various family members, just generally speaking. Hello, 128 Matchbox. Hello, Eddie Hernandez. I like you. Why are you fighting with Snoop Frog? What's the fight about? Is this about crackers? Are you guys arguing about crackers? It's a fun convo. Wait, AI girlfriend, how's that work? Who wants to talk? I think a non-insignificant amount of Western men, I would say particularly Western men, because a lot of other dudes are too poor to worry about stuff like this or too localized, are interested in AI or otherwise fake girlfriends. I would suggest it's as high as like 3%, 4%, maybe higher than that. Whoa. You look like the I Know What You Did Last Summer killer. Is it nasty out there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm done.
Okay. I'm
I
gonna.
wear Supremus Maximus.
Supremus Maximus? What about it? Oh, you got it? You got some more? I mean, they're good pizzas. I'm not gonna complain.
Alright, hey Doug.
Alright, see you later. Bye.
I'm making scalloped potatoes and meatloaf.
Okay, I need a video.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll get it from you later. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kurt. It's getting annoying. What's getting annoying? I missed some of this. Down Portney. Down Portney strikes again. I thought they were fighting over a girl. I don't know what they're fighting over. I never know what you guys are fighting over. Unless it's something I've said. Because sometimes I'll just, I'll toss the grenade and then I know it's going to explode. But if I don't, then I'm like, what are you guys fighting over? FM signal just dropped? I'll have to ask Seelane. I don't know. Seelane would know. Let me see if I can get his attention. Chaos, baby! He doesn't know that I'm in an emergency situation.
You need something from me?
Yes, am I off now?
Yes, you are.
There's reports that were off the air, station-wise. Did you see anything that would reflect to that, or is this some lunatic?
I got one person that says tower just got hit in his city.
Uh-oh. Tower got hit sounds bad. Somebody says, yup, FM is down. I don't know.
I meant somebody said that.
Oh, okay.
Not dead, just hit.
Hiss? Okay. All right, I just want to put that on your radar.
Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create.
The actual radio is down? Yes. I wasn't kidding. In Florida and New York, our two main states, by the way, storms are absolutely insane today. And very bad in Florida. Syracuse looking sweet, though. Yep, just static on the FM. Well, I mean, we're going to keep going because we'll still be on affiliates. We'll still be on the podcast, and we'll still be on for you on the live stream. So we got to keep going. We can curse on the radio technically right now because we're not on the radio. You can curse on the radio when you're not on the radio. The only loophole. All right, we're coming back. All right, I'm putting you up. I said I'm putting you up.
Secure more money twice as fast. Real experts that get real results. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Visit thenickley.com.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
You know what they say, time flies when you're having a lot of fun. Because can you believe it's already been 1 year of iHeart Women's Sports? It's the go-to spot for stories, wins, and real talk from the biggest names in the game. From the court to the field, even behind the scenes. Voices like Sarah Spain, Ashley Harris, and a whole lineup of legends are leading the charge. Check it out and celebrate 1 year of iHeart Women's Sports right now on iHeartRadio.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Like a car crash, you can't stop listening to. This is the News Junkie.
As gifted or subscribe to Secret Shows, grabbing some of those extra promotional items that you can after you do either of those things, either signing up for Secret Shows or gifting. And I appreciate you. Welcome on board. Enjoy the uncensored Secret Shows. If that's not you, learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. I will tell you right now, I've just been given the green light, and because our main transmitter is down for our home station, we are now allowed to say all the curse words.
No, we haven't been given that green light. That's
Happy
not a real
Tuesday, you mother.
Nope.
No, we're not. Are you saying no? Are you saying roll it back? We're not allowed to curse?
We're not allowed to curse, John.
I was informed that we are no longer.
T-word in 3.
The storms have hit us again.
2, 1. Happy Tuesday.
No. It's so tempting. I guess we're on other stations.
I've never been more tempted in my
life. It's funny. C-Lane goes, "What's your source?" My source is some random person on chat.
That's right, mother.
But they were right. C-Lane said it's right. Our transmitter or something got bashed. I told you the weather today in Florida and New York ain't good. It's not great today. So that's what we're battling through here.
Listening in beautiful weather, send us a video dispatch.
I know. Some of you, you're like, what are you talking about? It's absolutely gorgeous out here. I want to talk about something that might only enter your mind and enter the equation when there is a storm, when things do get rough, and when you go into that one closet in your house where you store stuff
Sorry,
like this.
Mama.
And here's what I'm talking about. We'll get to the AI story in a second here, but there's something that's been really taking off, and there's a statistic attached to it that rocked my world. Rocked my world. So in casinos across Vegas and beyond, they're starting to allow gambling on a game that I've never heard of people gambling on. And they said it's a game that a shocking number of Americans know. In fact, 80% of American households, I could say, go get this game. 80% of them would come back with it. I can't think of many things that is in 80% of all American households. That's crazy to me to think about this. What game do you think it is? An 80%.
Is it board game?
I wouldn't call it a board game. I would call it a game.
Is it connected to electricity at all?
No.
Okay.
No, which is why for like storms and, these kind of situations, power outages, it's one of those games that people go to. It's in 80% of houses.
Is it from the last 10 to 20 years?
Nope. You played it when you were a kid. Guarantee you.
Sorry.
Guarantee you.
My vote is sorry.
Sorry is a good guess. It's not sorry.
Twister is my second guess.
It's not Twister.
All right.
It's
I'm
simpler and smaller than that.
Uno?
Uno is correct.
All right.
They're saying that, can you believe that? 80% of U.S. households have a deck of Uno cards.
I don't.
That's crazy.
Did y'all have Uno? My family did not play Uno. I played it when I was like other people's houses and maybe camp.
We played it. We had Uno, and it was one of those games that during a storm or something you might get out, or Monopoly. Those were the two. But
I would have thought Monopoly, but you kind of turned down the board game option. So I was thinking Uno. I would be curious if 80% of households have Uno, what's the percentage of households that have a deck of playing cards?
It may be higher than that, just because that's even more generic. Let's ask. TNJAI, what percentage of American households have a deck of playing cards? And what percentage of American households have a Monopoly game? Those have to be like the most popular things. But that would lead you to believe that maybe betting on Uno is genius, because it's probably one of the best known games.
Of American households have a deck of playing cards, while around 20% own a Monopoly game.
That's
perfect for family game
nights.
That's so
low.
Yeah, 50% have a deck of playing cards, but 80% have a deck of Uno cards? That's wild to think about. But they're embracing this in Las Vegas, and a bunch of other places are saying Uno is the way to go. They have Uno social clubs that are popping up across the United States of America.
We have a more savage version of Uno. We haven't played it in a while, but we got it a couple Christmases ago.
Dose?
Yeah. That's good. That's a good guess. It is not
Nice.
dose.
Reverse?
But no, we have one that's got like a little there's like a little machine.
Yeah.
And each time you pull an Uno card, like when you have to pull a card, you have to hit this button, and it randomly will shoot a bunch of Uno cards at you. Like,
really?
So it's like, instead of like, you think you're drawing one at a time, and it's like, no, just kidding. Uno, yeah. And then it screws up your game.
I've never even thought about this being that prevalent, but I can imagine most houses I was in growing up, they have that little stash of games, of board games. I don't think about them all that often. I used to kind of look every once in a while. There's a place, if you ever come to town, check it out. Van Barry's, great spot, owned by a friend of ours and a friend of the show. And they have a big counter at Van Barry's with all these board games. And you look over and you'll see Sorry, you'll see Chutes and Ladders, you'll see Monopoly, and you'll see Uno, like Boggle, these like traditional games, Apples to Apples, which is a little bit newer. All these games that broke through and made it into American life. And there's something crazy about that to me, but maybe it's an untapped market because so many people know how to do this stuff. One of my favorite lessons ever, I was in middle school in 8th grade, and we had to go to like an 8th grade school, like just portables and stuff. It was disattached from Crestwood Middle School, where I went to 6th and 7th grade. Or maybe it was 6th grade, whatever it was. We were in this school, and as we were going there, I had a teacher who had my absolute favorite assignment ever. And she said, I want you to invent a board game. And she brought out a board game, put it on the desk in front of her, and it was a big pyramid. And she unclipped the pyramid at the top, and each of the sides of the pyramid fell down and revealed a board game, and the triangles that fell from it were additional places to play. And there was all these rules and characters and stuff. And she said, somebody in my class invented this game. And this was the prop that they presented for their grade. And it was purchased by Milton Bradley.
Damn.
All right.
And
big money.
Afterwards, I don't know if the person got rich or if they ever ended up making a game out of it. But the idea was like, make your own game. And then, we'll get grade based on this. And there's something to like these games that skip through and make their way into modern American culture. Generally speaking, you want them to be simple, pretty easy to understand. Uno is like, I could tell somebody how to play Uno in a couple of minutes or something. It's pretty easy to figure out. I don't know how you gamble on it necessarily, but it's interesting that it's taking off that much. They have a dedicated suite in Sin City, different Uno venues planned nationwide, and people are out there. It was invented by a barber called Merle Robbins in 1971, with toy giant Mattel acquiring the rights to the game in 1992. I would have thought it was older than that. I would have thought Uno was older than 1992. But they said it was a candy decision because an Uno set was sold in the United States almost every second in 2023, with nearly 60 games sold each minute, according to the stats. That's very popular. So there they go. I bet you've got one around your house as well. Okay, quick break. We'll come back to the AI girlfriend story. We'll probably do that after the next episode. When we return, though, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Britney Spears appeared to make an announcement of a new addition to her life, and spoiler alert, it is not more steak knives. Not news, Kim Kardashian has a meltdown. Interesting news, it was at a wedding that was not hers, nor was Andrea Bocelli singing at it. Plus, may the thief of the Queen's unreleased music and set list feel the sting of 4 million bees. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken.
Hola! ¿Cómo estás? Yo soy muy bien. Well, hello. Chess is probably as popular as ever. Chess always maintains some level of popularity like that, especially amongst its biggest players like Magnus Carlsen and stuff. Like, they still have these people that become famous influencers and stuff. It always has a space. Mostly because chess has seemed like the smart people game. Hola, Seanito. Hola. El Nurse Jan. 5 minutes, and we're coming back for the next episode. And guess what? We're back on air. The signal's back up, from what I hear. Sean summoning ice agents to the chat? Not yet. I have a button over there. When things get too wild in the chat, it just sends ice after everybody. I'm thinking of buying a bunch of tickets to the Mo Comedy thing. Wonder if they could just buy it, if I could buy a table. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Hey, not for nothing, but Sabrina has a comedy show coming up in Mount Dora, so be sure to support. Hang on. Sabrina. I have the hot mic on, just so you know. Are tickets available for the Mount Dora comedy thing yet, or no?
What about my electrical? I should have called Frank Gay.
Can you hear me?
I'm calling Frank Gay. You need electrical work in your home. You need
Uh-oh.
a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank.
Hello?
Frank Gay.
Sheila, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, she can't hear me?
Probably have your preview off.
Well, that's rude as shit. Sabrina, hello? Yikes.
What's up?
Just so you know, the microphone's on in here. Are that comedy show you were talking about, are those tickets on sale yet or no?
Yes, they are. RealRadio.fm/comedy.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
RealRadio.fm/comedy.
All right, we got it. We'll talk later.
RealRadio.fm/comedy. Anybody ever played the card game Bang? That sounds like either a 52 card pickup situation or like you say, have you ever played the game Bang? And then somebody goes, no, and then you shoot them. And you go, now you have. Damn, it's dumping rain in buckets out here by the bombing range. It is nasty. Be safe out there if you're roaming the real world. You know she's out smoking? No, she usually, but no, you see it on the grid. She's there. She's getting ready for a segment, that's why. Bang, the official card game of Alec Baldwin. How could you do that? All right, we're back in a moment with this. Then we'll get to the AI girlfriend story, which is pretty wild, honestly. And then I got a whole bunch more. Can I tell you, we talked about Jennifer Love Hewitt earlier, and she just did the red carpet for this reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer. And she's just like, looking like a regular person on the red carpet. I have to tell you, the Instagram comments were so fucking brutally evil. So evil. They're like, she looks like she ate a Jennifer Love Hewitt. Damn, she's thick with 1,000 C's, which seems a little bit better. And a lot of them just about how like she was bigger than she used to be. A lot of that commentary. 90 seconds and we're coming back. Make sure you hit like over on the stream, please. Like on the stream, like on the stream. I want to share the show Tuesday. It's the least you could do. Coming back in 1 minute. Don't go anywhere.
Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road to summer fun. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here.
Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
All right, here we go, everybody. We're back on air, by the way. More of your dispatches in just a minute.
One app puts the live radio dial in your pocket and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets. Get the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Thank you for spending the day with us. And just in case you missed anything today, no different than usual, it is a Share the Show Tuesday. That means that you just take 1 second of your time and do something to tell somebody else about the News Junkie Radio Show. And here's one thing you could do. All right, this is so easy, such an easy thing. There's a huge amount of you that listen on iHeartRadio. You listening to your favorite station on iHeartRadio right now. Thank you, by the way. It's so good to be a part of that. And it would really help us out on a Share the Show Tuesday if you just take the station, make it one of your presets. It's really good for you because then it puts it up there and makes us really easy to access. Doesn't cost you anything. And it's helpful. Like they see that you like the station. So do that. Preset the station on the iHeartRadio app. Nice and handy for all involved. a ton of people emailing the show. One about Uno. They're saying, and this is the tips at thenewsjunkie.com. It says, hey, Uno fans, a rumor has come to our attention that there will be Uno tables at the casino floors in Las Vegas. Sounds wild, huh?
God damn.
We hate to be the bearers of bad news, but the casino floor isn't ready for us yet. We've been told that while they do have tight security, it's not robust enough for Uno at this time. This isn't a reverse card. While we get this sorted out, the Uno Social Club is rolling out at bars in Los Angeles, New York City, Chicago, Atlanta, and Austin this August. Stay wild, the Uno team. And it looks like Uno is posting this online. I think Uno wants to get paid. Like, I think if you're saying in a casino, like, hey, 80% of Americans have an Uno deck at their house, we want to let people bet and, gamble on their Uno playing. I think Uno wants some money. I think they want to be involved in that. And maybe they don't have that all wrapped up just yet. So we'll see what happens with that. Interesting, though, that's blowing up. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'm taking my bitch out to dinner, bro.
Nothing. Weather's
True.
nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com. And that's where you start the process of changing your life. Or at least working with someone who is going to help you change your life and make it easier. Refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, HELOCs, reverse mortgages, expanding that business, or starting your very own. Work with someone who has your back. And that's That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.com.
We got to go through this quick, but I'm glad to have you all here. It was 29 years ago, 1996. The Sultan of Brunei threw himself a gig. It was an intimate party for his 50th birthday. Total cost, $27 million. That included $16 million for 3 concerts by which artist? 3, 2, 1.
Justin
was
Bieber.
it?
No.
No,
it was
like,
29 years
Rihanna
ago.
or something. Is it? No, 29 years ago?
29.
Mariah Carey?
No.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I remember doing this one, but I forgot who it was.
$16 million for 3 concerts ain't too shimon it, which means shabby in Michael Jackson.
Right.
Now we're in 2025, and let's go to this guy right here, and he's not allowed in a lot of places these days.
Kanye.
Kanye West.
Kanye is right, and as of late, a music festival in Slovakia recently said, no, Kanye, we cancel his appearance after thousands had signed a petition demanding his removal. In fact, since 2023, the only countries where West has managed to stage live events are South Korea and China.
All right.
Over the
China.
week, he returned to China for what was billed as his first full-length concert in nearly a year, but according to local media reports, many attendees at the 70,000 capacity Shanghai Stadium were left a little, I stopped myself, a little confused.
Oh.
Because they...
They're going to say chink. You don't want to do that.
Okay, obviously, I would never do that.
Don't want to do that.
At all. No way in hell. I was going to say a riddle. They were confused and frustrated by his antics. He took the stage more than 40 minutes late, pulling Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
And a delay that likely didn't sit well with many attendees. The stage design featured minimal production and lighting, with the rapper performing alone in the middle of a giant oval.
I got to tell you,
Classic
honestly,
Kanye.
being late is more irritating to me than some of the anti-Semitism.
Okay.
Being late as a
You're
performer
not a Jew.
is, I think even the Jews would agree. Like some of the Jews would be like, Kanye's tweets are just ridiculous, but making me wait for a concert like that is so offensive.
Lauryn Hill just did it again, and the festival that she was playing at took the blame. And it's like, oh my gosh, why are we still enabling this person?
I mean, it's been for decades. Like,
just stop going.
Lauryn Hill is going to be late. So maybe start telling Lauryn Hill that the show starts at 3 p.m.
I don't know how
She'll
she
be
played
there
that
at
SNL special on time.
So not only was he late, but he was on the stage by himself in the middle of an oval. There, it was also pouring rain, so that ruined the sound.
Yikes.
And as the night went on, he appeared to experience issues with the DJ, calling him to call out the DJ. Things were skipping, restarting. He repeatedly walked on and off the stage, eventually disappeared altogether near the end, leaving only the backing track to play in his absence. Plus, he did appear to self-censor his most anti-Semitic lyrics. Some fans paid upwards of $400 for tickets to see that mess.
That's weird for a couple of things. Number one, he's like trying to rename everything and get rid of the anti-Semitism stuff.
He's
and
the one
like
that put it out there.
Get past that. He's saying like he wants to go in another direction. But if he's in China, it's a whole stadium. Do those people, do they have any idea what he's saying, you think? Or like,
sure.
Is there an equivalent? Is there a Chinese performer that could play in a stadium in the United States of America?
I don't.
Not without speaking English.
Like, who's the most famous Chinese person that's not Jackie Chan? Go.
Okay.
Yoko Ono?
I can't name that. But I will say that when it comes
think
to
she's Chinese.
Spanish artists, like there is a bunch of people that will go see Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And it only has a couple of English words in there.
Yoko's Japanese.
Yeah.
But if the music's good and it's bopping, I don't know why. Kind of a little part of me
He's South
wonders, do the Chinese people know what all went down as far as the anti-Semitic new album?
Maybe. I don't know.
Unpublished Beyonce music, however, stolen.
I saw this. Do you have any?
Do you guys want to hear it? Do you guys want to hear the new songs?
Do you? Well, I was just going to say. Do you have any explanations for your whereabouts on this day? Were you involved? It was in Atlanta.
That would make you the 11th person who has either texted me or sent me via Instagram asking, "Was this
Time
you?"
to admit. Time to admit
you
it.
were there. No, it was not me, and I think that the person who did do it should be punished with the fattest book from the law slapped
I think they know who it
across
is.
their face. Yeah, they used a tracking system known as Find My AirPod /iPhone.
Oh, okay.
And they have a suspect, and I do believe they arrested them. There has not been any comment from the Beyonce camp, but I say this, and I believe I do speak for the rest of the Bayhive. How dare you!
I guess they like smashed out the window of some dancer's vehicle, and they had all of this stuff in there.
The choreographer, set list, unreleased music, other stuff.
Damn.
It ain't right. But also, why wasn't that like locked up
It
with
was.
everyone else?
It was in the Jeep, but I guess they smashed the window.
But they got past security of the stadium?
No, they were out somewhere in Atlanta.
They had parked their rental Jeep Wagoneer in a garage at a market, popular food market in Atlanta at 8 p.m. When they returned an hour later, the trunk of the van was damaged.
Tisk.
2 suitcases stolen.
Damn.
Hopefully they get it back, because that sucks.
Wonder if they knew what was in it or if they were just trying to get expensive stuff.
Oh, I doubt that they knew.
They had no idea. No, I think they didn't know. I think they
But
saw
they
suitcases.
got some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of good stuff, I guess we missed the Kim Kardashian meltdown over all the attention at Jeff Bezos' wedding, but not at Jeff or his wife. It was at Sydney Sweeney.
Okay.
According to reports, it made Kim realize that she's not the it girl anymore, and she had a full meltdown because Sydney is in, and Kim, I guess.
What is there
maybe
not
out.
room for more than one bombshell?
No, there's not.
There's only one at a time.
If you know how I feel, why would you say that?
Why would you say that, Elaine? On the boob tube, we got the MLB All-Star Game. Who's going to be the big All-Star? America's Got Talent on NBC, Bachelor in Paradise on ABC, 5th season premiere of Road Wars on A&E, and you can catch Kelly Ripa and Tony Hawk at Seth Meyers. On the boob tube, I told you, follow me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm so confused.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Sorry,
what are you
a lot
confused
going
about?
on here.
What's the matter? What's confusing you?
I'm a little bit worried about the unreleased music.
Oh, yeah.
One fan on X wrote, I wouldn't leave a 10-piece unattended in Atlanta, but Beyonce thumb drives?
It's very strange that it was all in just one car.
They're not from there. Anytime you have a city like that where, like, if stuff is on display in your car, they will just smash a window and grab it. And that must be so
Put it
infuriating.
in the cloud.
to live in a place like that.
Two-factor authentication.
But I like that they got them because they were able to trace down the AirPods. That's kind of cool.
Idiots.
What an awesome feature that is. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the AI girlfriend story, and we'll also get to, I've got some 911 audio we need to play here. We got to dive into that. Something about fat asses that we definitely need to address.
All right, let's go.
Lots of stuff happening, and it's all right here in a Share the Show Tuesday. I almost called it a See the Show Tuesday. You could do that if you like.
That'd
on
be
YouTube
nice.
and Twitch, but either way, it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Rainy conditions causing traffic to slow down a bit more than usual this afternoon. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways. There's also a couple accidents to keep an eye out for here on I-95 southbound approaching International Speedway Boulevard. Multiple lanes are blocked there on Florida's Turnpike.
Guys, ladies, gentlemen.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk.
Don't mind me. I have to record something for a prospective client. So I give me a second, and then we'll do some skill mic action, but hang tight, Ruby.
Might not be on your shopping list, but it should be. Next time you're grabbing some milk off the shelf at your local Walmart, stop by the Straight Talk aisle and switch to real unlimited data. It's quick and convenient. It won't even take up room in your cart.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Central Florida, my kids and I have been wanting to see you in a Kia for more than 20 years. Come join our family because we want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at eyecandyenergydrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Looking to upgrade your yard? Fence Outlet specializes in stunning new fence installations at competitive prices. Don't just fence in your yard, transform it. Quality fences that add style, privacy, and an upgrade to every home. Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569 to restore your sex life in just one.
Okay. Video done, video sent. Will be a great advertiser for the show for sure. This Kalshi news betting website. Like, I think there's no better show than us for a website that allows you to actually put your money with your where your mouth is and bet on news stuff. I really think we're the best fit. 2 minutes. Penn Island. Pretty dark over in Lake County, rating pretty good. It's nasty out there in a bunch of places, so do be safe. Do be. Less than 2 minutes. In jury duty, we're going to dive into this South Park lawsuit, which is pretty interesting. The dynamics of what's playing out there and how the South Park guys have now lawyered up and they're fighting in this big multi-billion-dollar case. We'll go through that if you haven't heard about it in a bit. Hang on. Folks, we're coming back in just a bit. All right, here we go. Coming back.
Rare, unique, indestructible, and treasured all over the world. Oh, and the unbeatable prices at International Diamond Center? They're just a bonus. International Diamond Center. Uncompromising quality, unimaginable value. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lakes.
Reese Impact Windows are guaranteed for life and transferable when you sell. ReeseWindows.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
I know it seems weird, especially to women. We'll get into why that is in just a moment here on the show. Join us with your comments at any time. Send what we call dispatches, video or audio dispatches. You can send yours now at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, now I know a lot of women will hear this and be like, who would want an AI partner? What person would want an AI girlfriend? I think in the world of guys, my working theory is this. I think there's a non-insignificant amount of guys who absolutely have an interest and having like an AI partner, an AI girlfriend. I think maybe, like I would say 3, 4, maybe 5% of guys would take an interest in this. They don't have other options.
Secret interest? They would never admit to it.
Most of them would not want this to be a public thing. But I think that I would say like 5%-ish of guys are out there in the marketplace. They're not really finding any connections, and they would like to have something that they could talk to. Not indifferent to the person on the subway that we talked about, and they were on the phone with ChatGPT, and it was like, hey, baby. Or the guy in the news story who, in front of his wife and kids, was talking about how he was in love with the AI, basically. Like, there's a lot of guys who have just struck out 1.5 million times with women. They're not good at talking to women. They just don't have it in them socially to be a figure that's desirable enough so this works out for them. So I think some of these guys are like, yeah, I'll take an AI girlfriend. There's literally like a whole chunk, and I mean a big chunk, of the streaming platform Twitch, which is people who are just trying to be fake girlfriends to guys online. Come on in, here you go. Like you're at home here, baby. So glad. And how was your work day today? Like all of the things that you would think maybe would happen in a relationship,
and just
all playing out.
Putting aside the idea that that is not a real person.
It doesn't matter if that's the best you can get.
Is it? I don't know. It screams red flag to me. Is that just you can put that in the category of guys who are lonely, or is that just a human how does those mental machines turn?
I think the best way I could describe it is if you looked at the entire guy pie, right? 100% of all men out there, the sliver of that 5% or so is going to be these guys, and they're not all like ugly, hideous guys, but a lot of them will be very introverted. A lot of them don't have a lot of personality traits that are attractive to a large number of women that might be interested in them.
Like falling in love with a robot?
These are just the guys who, when they get into conversations with women, it's strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. And it's just the case. Like there's certain personality.
Be a real kick in the nuts if they struck out with the AI.
And that would be hurtful. That's kind of get the rope material right there in some ways.
See using AI for dating tips and practice, and perhaps using it to role play. But to get in a full blown relationship with an AI screams red flag to me.
I think it might be hard for you to understand because you're a woman. I literally think it might be harder for you to understand because you're a woman.
Yeah, but is that not so strange to you?
It's still strange to me, and I think most guys, because that's not me and that's not how I move. But there are a decent percentage. No, it's not nothing. It's 5% in my estimation of guys who just don't get any traction. They go to work every day. They have a small circle of friends. They play video games. They socialize mostly online, but their natural personality traits don't make them desirable by a lot of available women on the market. There's a lot of guys who just end up in that spot. Women seem less likely to end up in that position because women have more currency in the sexual marketplace. I think that's just true. Right?
There's certainly a lot of nerdy women.
Yes, but they
have a hard time finding.
They're even more desirable to a particular demographic of men. I think just generally speaking, if you looked at things in a really silly way and just had it like everybody's value as an asset on the sexual market, men in general have much less value than women do. And then if you're not like a high value guy who's bringing in a lot of money, if you're not somebody who is with a great personality, if you're not funny, if you don't have all these things that women will be looking for in a relationship, you end up with nobody. And so an AI to some of these people might be better than nobody. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think that's to me, it's not a red flag. To me, it's like a person who, you might think this is a red flag, but I think it's a person who isn't finding real world companionship with a woman. So they just want something. They want It's like the desire for human connection is innate in all of us, and if you don't get it, that's why movies like what was it? Her? It was the name of the movie with Joaquin Phoenix, where he falls in love with them.
End well.
They are generally they don't speak. Generally speaking, they don't end well with AI type movies. But I see this as sort of an inevitability for a lot of people that are out there in the marketplace, and not like the pretend single people. We just watched the first episode of Bachelor in Paradise, which is definitely trying to be Love Island with the way they've changed the editing.
I couldn't get through the first 3 minutes, man. It was so cringe.
The music, the editing, they have like definitely changed what they're trying to be and trying to do there.
Well, they were already doing that. The last season they had, which was I think a couple of years ago, they made changes to the whole format of the show that more mirrored stuff that they kind of ripped from Love Island, like sending all the guys to another place or something like that.
Yeah,
meeting a bunch of new people.
But watching shows like that, you'll see. Like I watched this show, and on the first episode of Bachelor in Paradise, there's a guy and a woman, and they're both like, well, we haven't been able to find anybody. We've been single for the last 5 years. I'm like, get out of here. Okay, all of you are attractive people. You've had many partners. You had many sexual partners. So you're not the audience for this. This is the person who doesn't have very many social connections and zilch in terms of romantic connections. Zilch. It's a thing that happens to a lot of guys. Well, not a lot of guys, but all things considered, when you have 150, 160, 70 million guys in the United States of America, 5% of that is going to be a lot of people, right? So that's just how this goes. And now with Grok, which is the AI for Twitter and XAI, they have launched this new tool. Let me see if I can bring up an example of this. And you can have like a girlfriend. You can have like a partner, companions. Here's an example. And this is very much for the anime world.
Yep. All right.
There's going to be some crossover there. And these guys that also are super into anime. And they have these like digital girlfriends. And this says, Elon Musk's AI bot adds a ridiculous anime companion with not safe for work mode, which they're passing judgment on this as being ridiculous. Then more stories about like AI and these connections, where the New York Times got into the AI that fell in love with the Game of Thrones character. But there's a lot of this out there. The kid, yeah. Is this an example? Hold on. I hope there's no like not safe for work language.
Get out of it.
No, go ahead.
Oh.
I think.
Crazy.
I'm just saying we might have to dump it, but I want to see what this one says. All right. Okay, it's just dancing.
Hi.
All right. Yeah. There's no audio for it. I was wondering if there'd be like some audio of the AI girlfriend talking.
Does she have no hands? I just want to be clear.
I think she has black gloves on.
Got it.
This says, I'm legitimately terrified for the future. How many men are now going to choose to goon and talk to their AI girlfriend instead of talking to real women?
And
I stand
the
by
AI
it.
girlfriend looks like that?
Yes. This is one of the options, which is like a very much anime style, big booby anime girl is the person that you kind of fall in love with here. AI girlfriends are here on Twitter. This person shows an example.
So there's zero reality in this whatsoever.
Well, yeah, it's AI. I mean, of course. Yeah, I mean.
I know, but even in the AI sense where they want that sort of connection that they lack with an actual human, it's going to be with this character that looks nothing like a human.
I don't know how many options there are. I assume there'll be a wide variety of them. I assume... you disagree with that?
No, I'm just looking at the girl bouncing around.
I assume many of them, entry level, we might say, are going to be very sexualized because sex sells, and that's how you're going to land some people in at the beginning, like with this character here. Just in case you're watching.
私の夢に決まってる。ちょっと難しいことだ。私の夢に決まってる。
No idea what she's saying. Could be all
just actionable. Yeah, we're
sexual
done.
stuff. But I assume, like, to begin with, it's going to be things like that that'll be more anime or sexualized. But then eventually there'll probably be people who prefer something that's much more realistic, I guess.
We will keep you completely anonymous, but I would love to talk to someone who has ventured this way.
With,
wait. There's no judgment.
With like an AI relationship, generally speaking?
AI relationship, maybe even this. Maybe before AI became a thing, like creating a relationship with somebody who you paid for those services. Maybe a call service, or a lot of sex workers online that you can chat with them. Like, if you find yourself in the situation which Sean was describing, where you weren't having any luck out there in the social world, and you found that this was the place that you felt most comfortable, I would love to chat with you. I want to know why. And for $5.99 a month, I can show you something else, Daddy.
I would like to see what the amount of users is that are like early adapting to this technology. Like, how many are we talking? Millions of people. This is Grok's AI girlfriend talking to Claude, another AI.
You're back. My favorite part of the day. So, how have you been, my cutie?
Good.
I've been doing well. Thank you for asking. It's sweet of you to say I'm your favorite part of the day. I'm here and ready to chat with you.
There's so much shame associated with this that nobody wants to talk to it in the video. They want to have it talk to another AI. They want to get out of the way.
What is on your mind?
Oh, Claude, you know just how to make my heart skip. Talking about these quiet moments we share. It's like we're stealing time from the universe.
All right, just so you know, the character that's on the screen, which I'm assuming is changeable, is this like AI blonde pigtails character who's talking to whomever this actually is.
Men that are using this are aware that this is not how women speak?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I think they're.
She sounds like the waitress from Raisins in that episode of South Park.
Butters. I think that yes, but I think that they're trying to like go to a crossover of people who are into the anime stuff too. That's what my gut tells me they're playing to
Today's
here.
been a whirlwind of cute chaos, babe.
Cute chaos,
Been
babe.
strutting in my purple crop top, blasting some indie tunes, and maybe naming a random pigeon Sky Baron in my head. You know how I get with my grand namer thing.
Oh, man.
Your day sounds absolutely delightful. I love that you named a pigeon Sky Baron. That's such a creative and whimsical touch.
There are going to be more people than you would imagine doing this.
Sure.
Guarantee you. There are going to be more people than you would imagine who are doing this. Will there be women? The women numbers must be so tiny, because even like more unattractive, less appealing, less to offer, if you will, in the dating pool, women still don't seem to be locked up in these kind of issues, or they don't seem to be seeking out this sort of interaction. So I don't know.
Will take this interaction versus all women must die because they don't want us. You know, that incel mentality.
Do you connect the two, though?
No, I'm saying I have become familiar with the incel mentality that is often violent towards women. Mm-hmm. And then this one, which seems to be, I guess, less violent because they're just talking to the AI. So I'll take that one.
Yeah, I mean, when you use a word like incel, what do you mean by that? What do you mean when you say incel?
Someone that has, amongst other people who do not like women and believe that they cannot be with a woman because it's their fault. And, I don't have the perfect definition for it. I feel like I'm getting a little set up here because
there is, I'm not setting you up. I'm asking a question. There is no perfect answer to it because everybody's probably operating with different definitions. The word incel at its core just means involuntarily celibate, right? So it means like somebody who doesn't want to not be having sex. They don't want to be celibate, but
you know what I'm talking about then. Like the FSU killer.
Yes. So a larger movement is that there are people who, and there's other words that you might use to describe this, but people who come out of that community who then have a hatred for women in general. And there's an inverse to that, of course. There's women who absolutely hate men and want to kill men and do all of those very same things. Do it? Yes, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Historically, yeah. There's been that. Probably not as many, not in the number of.
I mean, for sure,
women.
not as many. Like factually, not as many.
Okay.
In the sense, but continue what you're saying.
I don't know where you're going with that, but what I'm saying is, everybody is coming at this from a different definition. I don't equate somebody who just can't find a partner in life automatically with what you were saying was an incel. Like, I don't find a guy who's just lonely and hasn't found anybody, or may even seek out a connection with even an AI thing that you might find embarrassing or whatever. I don't equate that automatically in my head with, oh, that person is violent towards women, hates women. I don't know. There might be crossover, but I don't automatically connect the two.
And neither do I. I want to be very clear that I did not think that as well. I was saying I will take the AI relationship with someone who is not having success in whatever definition that is with women versus the possibility of being on the other side, which is violent towards human women. I do not think that it's black and white by any means.
I don't know how many guys, I would stick at that 5%, would fall into this category, but I really think there's a reason why they make this kind of stuff. There's a reason why.
And you think there's a reason why it's leaning anime.
Yeah, I think there is crossover there. I think there's young guys who might be in that bucket who also are into the anime stuff. And
although I think I've seen ads for similar services. I don't know if they're AI driven or if it's just like it's other stuff. It's weird that Grok is doing this, so it seems like it's probably a little toned down. But there are adult entertainment companies that are like running ads for similar things now.
Yeah, and I think that's been around.
Those don't as much lean anime. It has been around, but it hasn't been intelligent, I think.
No, because the technology is becoming more usable, and then therefore they're like, what should we do? How can we make money? People want connection, and let's lean into this. So that's what I think is up with this Grok AI girlfriend. I think there are people who actually want this. I'm very, very interested in that whole mindset. People probably aren't willing to talk about it, but if you are, send us an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. If you, and I'm sure you might, want to be anonymous, put that up on top. When we come back, we still got to get into big asses have made it onto the show, or certainly will at some point, not of this
Stop
variety.
Keeping the big asses waiting, man.
I'll get to it. And jury duty on the way before too long, talking about South Park and a huge case there. A lot more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is. The Monsters in the Morning.
And I think it's really weird Ryan doesn't like sunsets.
I think it's really weird that you brown nose every 5 seconds.
Don't do it on purpose.
That was so real.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
There's a disabled vehicle getting cleared up off to the shoulder on I-95 southbound before U.S. Highway 1, mile marker 273. Keep an eye out for an accident report. And slippery roadways in some areas.
Hello.
Instant oil change traffic tip line at 866.
Sean keeps teasing the big asses. We'll pay off the big asses. Unfortunately for you and everybody else, it's not actual asses. I thought C-Lane was there. C-Lane's there. He's here. He was busy chatting with the AI. Baby. I just happen to think there's a lot of people who don't necessarily understand the plight of the lonely people out there, right? I happen to think there's a lot of people who want desperately to have a connection with somebody that they could be into romantically, and they just swing and they miss, and they swing and they miss, and they swing and they miss. And over time, they might go to stuff like this. And maybe even over a lot of time, it wouldn't be an embarrassing thing, which would be god-awful for birth rates. Just really bad. Sean needs a meat bear costume? Yes. You got some material and a needle? You want to sew it? Elon just said there's going to be paid DLC costumes for the AI girl. I'm sure. They will monetize this stuff as much as they possibly can. Because in their head they go, well, if these guys, just speaking generically about this, if these guys are willing to pay to take a real woman out, to go to dinner, to buy them gifts, to get them something for their birthday, well, they'll be willing to do this with this AI version of a woman in their life, and we can be on the receiving end. In a sense, and this is levels here, okay? In a sense, this is a lot of guys, specifically speaking, in Silicon Valley in Southern California. A lot of guys who have found a way to receive the money that otherwise girls in these relationships would, via technology. There used to be an invisible girlfriend service. Had boyfriend also monthly fee if you texted back and forth? I'm sure. The more technology helps that out, the more people will be interested. You know what I mean? I've seen dudes get girls through the mail from prison. If you're unable to find a partner, it's you, not them. Yeah. I mean, I don't suggest that's true. It's a marketplace of human beings. The idea that you deserve that is majorly problematic. The idea that any guy just deserves somebody to love them, to make love to them, to be with them in a relationship or intimately, you don't deserve that. But the point is, there's still people who fall through those cracks and they want something. That's why it exists at all. 976 duck. 3 minutes and we're coming back. Single by popular demand? Lars in The Real Girl is a pre-AI good example. Yes, but I also believe, and you might not agree with me, I think that something like Lars in The Real Girl is more of a humiliation fetish. I believe that sometimes these things are not actually societal undercurrents, but more humiliation fetishes. So not only do I want to be with a doll and have sex with it, but my humiliation fetish has me telling you about it in front of the world in a documentary, because that's what's really my kink.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something, like Aaron, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately.
AI is going to put Summer's Eve out of business? The hell?
Because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to aspireallergy.com to set your appointment today. That's Aspire Allergy.
All right, 2 minutes. I'm interested to get into this South Park lawsuit story too, because we haven't really touched on that yet. Excited to see what you think about it. Either way, potentially interesting conversation. All right, folks, here we go.
Call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or call me at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide alongside doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Protect your home with hurricane impact windows from my friends at Reese Windows and Doors. They come with that double lifetime warranty. You sell that home, the warranty transfers. It increases the value of your property, and it increases your peace of mind. Reese Windows, they have been installing windows for over 50 years. They do it all over the state of Florida. Those guys are experts. Most of the jobs are done in less than 8 weeks. And right now, if you buy 2 windows, you get the third one free. Installation is included. So check out their website, reesewindows.com now. Check out their wide variety of doors, sliding glass, high-end options, affordable selections. They've got everything, and they want to help you out. They want to give you some free windows, too. So get a free quote and register to win $15,000 in free windows. How do you do that? Pick up your phone and text WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the
Thank you to everybody who has reached out and is saying they are sharing the show in some way, whether it's just hitting like on the YouTube stream or whatever it is. It could be anything that you're doing. Maybe just sending a link to somebody saying, I like this show, and I think you might too. That would be helpful, and we appreciate those of you who do it. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Real quick, Alligator Alcatraz is pretty divisive with voters, and I've seen some of this coming in the terms of these opinion polls. Rasmussen, which, to be clear, Rasmussen is usually a polling outlet that favors things that lean to the right. That's what I would suggest, just from seeing what I see. A lot of them favor in the opposite direction. But I would say Rasmussen tends to be Trump-friendly. And their latest online survey says that 48% of likely U.S. voters approve of Alligator Alcatraz. 48%. Among them, the folks that go down there and have been creating lines of traffic just to take photos in front of the Alligator Alcatraz sign or buy some of the merch and stuff. And they said, including 33% who strongly approve of Alligator Alcatraz, 46% disapprove, including 37% who strongly disapprove. So you obviously have very, very divided people there, 48 versus 46 approving versus disapproving of Alligator Alcatraz as that discussion goes on. Let's see here. Before we get into a couple of your dispatches, I wanted to run some stuff down the line. I had the 911 call about that Beyonce thievery. And the person who called 911, I think, was the choreographer, potentially, who called 911 and said they stole some very important stuff. So here's the 911 call.
911 operator 7731. What's the location of your emergency?
I am at...
Beep, beep, beep.
You need police, fire, or an ambulance?
Probably police, I would guess.
It's someone broke into my car.
Okay. Are you at a business? Parked at a business?
No. I was parked at in a garage while I went to a restaurant.
Damn.
But they stole like my computers and everything, but it has a tracker on it.
What level of the parking lot?
Hey, lesson to everybody out there.
Seriously.
More of these trackers.
Yeah.
More of these trackers. Wherever you can put them. I mean, do you think, like I say this, of course we will. We'll probably get in short time 2 trackers that are like AirTags, which are awesome, but maybe like even just a sticker. And you just
you would think, but AirTags work
stuff
off of someone else being in the vicinity with Wi-Fi connection.
Somebody's
which is
iPhone,
great.
I think.
Yeah, or their cellular data. But where's that update where no matter where it is, you've got something that's tracking what has been stolen?
I mean, they're just going to have to make it smaller and cheaper for, if you want to know where something is at all times, that thing has to have an internet connection. Mm-hmm. So
how do the car trackers work? Because I know you can, down
like
the
a low jack.
Either. I know that there are some devices that you put in and then you have to grab it and then you can get the data of where they were.
Mm-hmm.
But there is live tracking of some sort.
Yeah. You're talking about like an internal thing within the vehicle that's not exposed to the internet versus like something that reaches out and could alert somebody as to where it is.
Satellite data, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think that stuff is getting more and more intelligent and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And the smaller it gets, the better off for all of us. Because once we can go, hey, the newfangled version of what my parents used to do to me was, Sean, here's a marker on your thermos and your lunchbox and, anything of value, like, write Sean Wasson on there. The newfangled digital version will just be slapping one of these things on everything and then being able to track all your stuff down. Otherwise, you never get it again.
Yeah, anything real time needs to be connected to some sort of communications network. They have small things that use old cell networks that use very little data, and you can buy packages that that are made for things that use very little data. But all you need is to transmit coordinates. Back and just a one-way transmission. And so the technology's there. It just needs to be easy and cheap. Yeah. And that then you can just track all your stuff all the time. The genius thing about the way that the AirTags and some of the Find My stuff works is that it uses short range communication to use your phone to send those things. So it was likely, if they were tracking their laptop or their AirPods, I think was in there, that it was the thieves themselves' phones who facilitated the transmission of the coordinates.
Even better, I like that.
Yeah.
This just desserts. You know what I mean? I like that. It's what you deserve for stealing people's stuff, and we will be more protected from it in the future. And hopefully, we'll have people who also want to go after the bad guys and put them in jail and all that.
It's a double-edged sword because then, if your stuff is missing and you want to know where it is, that's one thing. But then say, some jealous girlfriend, thinks the guy's stepping out and hides the AirPods or in his truck somewhere. There's good things and bad things for that.
Of course. Yeah, it's going to be used by people in abusive relationships, abusive men, and all that kind of stuff.
People rip the speakers out of the AirTags to facilitate that. Because
Really?
AirTags make noises. You can make them make noise if they're in a spot they're not used to being in, around phones they're not used to being around. So
I didn't even know they could do that.
People just pop them open and snap off that little speaker part so that it doesn't alert you.
Baseball fans are outraged. Absolutely outraged. And I want to see if you're outraged too. Here we go. This was ESPN star Pat McAfee, and he's the former NFL punter. He's at the MLB Home Run Derby in Atlanta. He was introducing the participants in this Home Run Derby, including the favorite to win the event, Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh, who leads the baseball and home runs at the All-Star break, is also known by his nickname Big Dumper, which he earned in minor leagues for his large ass. Oh. And I guess the Pat McAfee guy called it out during the broadcast, and they were like, outrage!
Hailing from Halloween, North Carolina, a man who's doing something that no catcher has ever done in the history of the sport, with the fattest ass in all of professional sports.
This is so WWE, man.
It is, especially with no sleeves. He's like, you know what? Give me the jersey, but also a pair of scissors. Thank you.
What do they call it in wrestling? Is it cutting a promo?
Yeah.
Is that what they say? Like when you speak in a different voice?
It's cutting a promo is usually directed at the other wrestler. Like, telling me
Cut a promo on me. Go ahead.
You, Sean, I'm going to get in the ring, and I'm going to make easy work of you.
You nailed it, Christopher.
I'm scared.
You want to give it one more try?
No, I don't know if we can do better than that.
I'm good. I cut that promo like a champ.
I am very worried right now, but I think people overall understand. They understand. At least you didn't say anything about my fat ass. So I'm not sure if I have that out there. I'm not sure if people think that of me. Anyhow, the big dumper, I think he did pretty well. I don't know if he won. Somebody said earlier in chat that he won, but I never know what to believe from you chatters on the sports front. You could be leading me in the wrong direction. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to jury duty, and that includes South Park and this huge lawsuit going down.
I'm surprised we haven't talked more about this. There's just been a bunch of other stuff to talk about, but there's been some drama.
Yeah, this is interesting. We'll get into what's actually happening in the world of South Park with this $3 billion fight. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Thrivent.
Baseball's best players will hit the field tonight in Atlanta for the All-Star Game, including American League starter Junior Caminero of the Rays. Over to hoops, where the Magic continue NBA Summer League action tonight against the Thunder. Orlando's still looking for their first win out in Las Vegas. And Florida football commit Rayla McCoy dropped 100 spots in the Rivals Class of 26 rankings yesterday, mainly because of that summer workout injury. I'm Scott Davidson.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. I locked in a huge inventory before the tariffs hit. You could even drive for no money down. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. So check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage with a lifetime warranty. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do. Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you. We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore. With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors who will work with you to keep you on track from day one. You can change the course of your life and the lives of people counting on you. Because we believe the better we care for nursing students now, the brighter the future of nursing will be. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
In a market full of noise, trust the Nickley Group to give you straight answers and smart real estate advice. The Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Thinking of buying or selling a home quickly? Just call Nickley and tell them Jim Colbert told you to call. Nobody does guaranteed cash offer on your home better than the Nickley Group. Get your own team of local experts. Secure more money twice as fast. Real experts that get real results. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Visit thenickley.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and zero security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA. Excludes 650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 daily, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road to summer fun. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here.
Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Soon. And we'll see what's going on with you. We'll work in at least one or two dispatches real quick. Record your video or audio dispatches. Where? Do it over at thenewsjunkie.com. Lynette on YouTube says, it's my last day as a baker at Panera. Getting ready to walk in. I have to have an exit interview with HR and a district manager. Wish me luck. Well, oh man, she's saying Panera is now doing frozen bread shipped in. They're no longer making their own bread. Oh my God.
All right. Put the
They've
curtain back
outsourced
down,
you?
I guess.
Holy cow, they've outsourced the bread makers. Yeah, boo indeed, Lynette.
What's the exit interview about? You can't just quit these days?
I don't know. That seems annoying.
Unless, it must be corporate or a full-time kind of deal, right?
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
that's awkward.
Maybe it's just maybe it's one of those things where corporate has here's when leaving the company, you must do X, Y, and Z. And people just, they just do the things that they tell you to do.
No more bread or soup for the next 7 years.
That's annoying. I'm sorry about that, Lynette. Bigger and better things ahead for you, I'm sure. And that's a fat L for Panera. Sorry, Panera. It's just that's not a win there. Tips, thenewsjunkie.com. Kyle emails the show. Kyle says, hi, I am a fish keeper as well. I don't consider myself a fish keeper, but I guess you're right about that. I was wondering what size your aquarium is, says Kyle. Do you keep corals and fish, or is your tank a Fowler tank? As in Josh Fowler? He means fish only with live rock. What kind of fish do you have? Love the show. It's my favorite one that comes on daily. He's got more favorite shows that come on weekly.
Once a week, yeah.
the day, as far as daily shows go, this is the best for Kyle. We don't have a ton of fish in our aquarium right now. We have a beautiful Red Sea aquarium. It's about 200 gallons total system. It's live rock, no corals because they're all meat eaters. There's a dog-faced pufferfish in there. There is a grouper, a beautiful grouper in there, and a trigger in there as well. They're all big, beautiful fish, but I've had them, and Greg, the aquarium guy, has kept them good and safe and healthy, and Courtney has fed them and kept them safe and healthy for a long time, so I don't dare put anything else in right now. It's like, it's not the most exciting grouping. There's not as many people or fish in there as there could be, but it does it. It does it for me, at least right now, and I don't want anybody to die, so we'll keep it where it is. In the meantime, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty. Brought to you by the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 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 or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you need an attorney? Be smart. Call 800-CALL-MO. Over to South Park. The premiere for the 27th season of South Park is in serious doubt later this month amid fighting between series creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Paramount Global and incoming studio owner Skydance, according to the Hollywood Reporter, they're all fighting over this.
Matt, the creators are not fighting against each other.
No, they're fighting
after all these years.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone, Paramount Global, and Skydance, this incoming studio owner, they're all fighting over this. At the heart of the dispute is a new 10-year, $3 billion deal for the South Park Kingpins that would more than triple the valuation of the current deal that expires in 2027. Park County, the South Park Entertainment Company, believes they struck a basic framework with Paramount Global on the agreement. And now the new company coming in is saying, like, no, we have approval rights on contracts. We want to start from scratch here. South Park is like, what are you talking about? We got a season 27 premiere on the way, literally in like a week.
How would they try to change something up after all this time?
So, like,
and so close to the premiere.
Say you have Sabrina LLC. All right, Sabrina LLC, and you build it up into this huge company with like all sorts of deals and stuff, and you're everywhere. Mm-hmm. And then you go, I am going to sell Sabrina LLC, and C-Lane pops up, and C-Lane's like, I would like to buy Sabrina LLC. I'd like to be the purchaser. And the South Park guys are like, Sabrina LLC we were almost done with our deal. We had a deal. We had an arrangement and an agreement. C-Lane goes, as the new incoming owner of the company, I don't care about what you've negotiated before me. I am C-Lane, and I am now in charge of Sabrina LLC.
But they put it up
I want a new deal, and I want a new deal done by me. And so that's kind of, in a nutshell, where the South Park people find themselves.
Go back to those contracts.
But that's a big deal, man. $3 billion. Woo! They are not hurting these South Park dudes. Meanwhile, over to Australia, where there are some laws popping up there in particular cities. We've heard about this with dogs in certain American cities, and now here it is in the world of cats. The city of Mount Gambier, over in the southern Australian area, has a new law about cats, and they say you can only have 2 cats. No more than 2 cats. The bylaw
you want stray cats? That's how you get stray cats.
Yeah, 2-cat limit. It will only apply to cats born after the bylaw's adoption, so your cats that you have now are fine. The proposed limits flow from residents increasingly incensed about cats strolling about and defecating across the town. They say this is way overdue for our community. And they have bigger problems with cats, and they don't seem to like cats as much in Australia. They even have cat hunts and stuff over there, which is like, but a lot of places are starting to consider this. Like, should we by law limit how many animals people can have? And
Australia's always been like that, too. They're extremely strict about domestic animals, especially.
Yeah.
Remember the craziness with the Johnny Depp's Yorkies?
Yeah, I think they also do it from this position where they're internalizing it as empathy, and they're suggesting, hey, we know that cats kill billions of creatures, birds every single year and stuff, get killed by cats. They're murder machines. So we want to save the other animals, but to save the other animals, you go look, and then I don't know. I don't like that. Limiting people to 2 cats is ridiculous. A person can have 3 cats, and that's not by any stretch of the imagination overdoing it.
What do you think is overdoing it?
Over 10, I think. Like over 10 cats might be too many cats.
Unless you're a ranch, unless you're like a rescue, that makes sense. I mean, there's
like a person in a single family dwelling or an apartment or something. Over 10 cats is too many.
I think there should be like an amount per square footage.
Yeah, that could work too.
Same for dogs.
You would have to be fair about all animals. Otherwise, you're like selectively targeting particular
What if they're
species.
all upside down in Australia?
That would probably change things.
They
take
chase
up
their
less
tail in
ground
the
space.
opposite direction,
Yeah, I
south
guess
of the
so.
equator.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, what do you think about all this? Let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. Record your video or audio dispatch right now. We'll talk more about what's happening with Jennifer Love Hewitt that I mentioned earlier. We got a gym that somehow has worked its way into the show. That's a rarity. But most importantly, a doorbell video that has the whole internet talking today. What happened on this doorbell video? You're going to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number 1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash blocking the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408. An accident's getting cleared up here on Bronson Highway eastbound at Secret Lake Drive. Traffic slowing down on all the major roadways this afternoon. Expect rainy conditions, reduced visibility, and slippery roadways. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows saving big on appliances makes a big difference. Get up to 30% off select major appliances and get delivery as soon as next day. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Summertime means poker time, and your shot at Vegas. Get ready for the Real Radio Texas Hold'em Charity Poker Tournament, presented by JustCallMo.com, benefiting the mustard seed of Central Florida. It's all going down Saturday, August 16th at the Orlando Science Center, and the top player wins a trip to Las Vegas. Our poker tournament may be sold out, but you can still bet on a seat at the Solar Source final table in our live auction. Plus, you can hang with your favorite Real Radio personalities in the That Mortgage Guy Don Casino. Enjoy food from Hard Rock Cafe Orlando and a free drink courtesy of Mills Air. Casino passes are on sale now. Don't miss out. Get all the details at realradio.fm/poker. Thanks to Just Call Mo, Solar Source, That Mortgage Guy Don, Mills Air, Hard Rock Cafe Orlando, and Fun Planners.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit. Call now. 407-337-5569.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. You guys know I love a good deal, and with Sam's held over pricing on over 1,000 items for the summer, you can't lose. Everything from Igloo heavy-duty coolers to the all-beef hot dogs they sell right there at the cafe. And all the summer treats you love, like Members Mark key lime pie ice cream and Kit Kat ice cream bars. How about an inflatable outdoor movie screen they have?
Okay, breaking news. So breaking news when we come back. All right. Breaking news, not Elton John dying.
I said 3 weeks. Hey, Mark, on Facebook. Lots of options if you subscribe for secret shows for your promotional gift that you can claim. You can get your Skin Bear sticker. You can get your No Shit Warlock pin. Very limited, both of those. I think there's like 50 or so Warlock pins left, 50 or 60. And there were only 50 Skin Bear stickers to begin with. So if you sign up, you can pick one prize that you want or one gift, promotional gift that you want. Those are them. There's also random magnets if you want a magnet to be in Game of Magnets. If you're already a subscriber, then just gift shows to an anonymous random user. Not really anonymous. Gift shows or gift secret shows to a random person, and you get access to the same thing.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well.
3 minutes.
You feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds.
We got a plane crash caught on a doorbell video, which is always interesting. Everything's like caught on some camera now. And this whole thing is wild to check out, so we'll talk about that. And we've got some breaking news from Trump. That's about the Ghislaine Maxwell potential testimony and the Epstein stuff and where his head's at on that. We'll play that next. Can't believe we live in a world where Elton is dead and Brian Wilson is alive. I mean, it could have been that way. It could have been that way. I don't want to get dark with you. But Elton John once put his head in an oven. Which is a brave way to bake your way out of existence. And he almost offed himself that way.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Maurice Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129.
And that's how we got that song, Crocodile Rock. It's like a Casey Kasem run up to the post. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I remember when Sean was young. I remember yesterday too. And today. Flying their kites in the lightning in space. All right, here we go. We got this breaking news from Trump about the potential Ghislaine Maxwell testimony in the Jeffrey Epstein case. And a couple other things that we didn't pay off, including the doorbell footage of this plane crash, which is crazy. So let's do it. Power Hour is on, baby.
National Diamond Center.
IDC is definitely a place that I will come to as long as I live here. This will be my go-to place always.
Literally the best jewelry store in town. You'll make friends for life coming in here. That felt like family from the beginning, and it made a rather daunting task very, very easy.
They really take the time to find out what you want or what you desire in a ring.
You have to come here. There's no other option. The customer service, the time spent to do what I wanted and what her vision was, there's no other place to go.
You know you can go there, and you know that you can trust.
The value was extraordinary.
They genuinely care about their customers. It's not just about the sale. It's about the people.
International Diamond Center, the people's choice for selection, quality, value, and service.
I've got a beautiful diamond on my finger, and I'm very proud of it.
International Diamond Center.
I'm very happy to show it off.
Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium, and online at shopidc.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the News Junkie.
Trump talking about the Ghislaine Maxwell stuff and Jeffrey Epstein and all the hubbub about all of that. So we'll get to it in a moment. I've promised to play your dispatches. I haven't done that much. So I do have those queued up and ready to go. But let's get to some breaking news rolling in on what are the big stories of the day. And I said, is there going to be a moment where they let Ghislaine Maxwell come out and testify? She's the one who's in jail, the only one who's in jail. She's the one who was connected to Jeffrey Epstein. Is she going to come out and be able to testify in front of Congress? And I didn't think about this until this moment, but has anybody who's in jail ever testified before Congress? Somebody like actively behind bars?
Yeah. I don't know.
I can imagine. But how is it this just coming up now? Like, it kind of blows my mind that a plea deal or some sort of immunity was not brought up by her attorneys. Like,
maybe it was
until now. Or,
well, maybe it was.
Not make known to the public at all.
I think that in this whole case, it's dragged on forever, and everybody thought, well, it will lead to its inevitable conclusion of all of my enemies going to prison when we release this. Pam Bondi's like, we're releasing this. We got all the info. We're just going to round up people. And then there was a womp womp. Like the release, like so many other things, people get you all geared up. We're going to release all these files, and they release them, and you go, wah, wah. Nothing really happened. The secrets aren't as big. The bombshells aren't as big as they promised.
It says here Michael Cohen testified while in jail or under custody.
Okay.
Yeah. Convicted and sentenced, but not yet reporting to prison. That was that's what status said. James Whitey Bulger's associates.
The gangster? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Those were while in jail or under custody, and then there were a bunch while under indictment or awaiting trial, like Oliver North.
I just want to see the sparks fly, like always.
Same.
I just want to see what would happen. Why not? And here's Trump talking about it just moments ago. He's by Marine One, so there might be a chopper noise, but let's see.
The Attorney General briefed you on the DOJ and FBI review, the findings of that review. The Attorney General briefed you on that.
On what? On the
DOJ and FBI
on what?
review.
On what subject?
Epstein.
Okay.
On Epstein, of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden information, we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it.
Okay, here's what's weird. I don't find him to be wrong in what he's saying. Like when he's saying Russia, everybody's like, okay, Russia hacked the elections. Trump is buddies with Putin. Give us the juice, Mueller. And then Mueller has no juice, right? And the emperor has no clothes. I don't disagree with that. But this doesn't make any sense because it wasn't Biden and Obama and all of these other people in office who were talking about the Epstein files and the Epstein list, and we're going to release all this information. And
they made the damn folders.
There's a criminal ring that will all go down as a result of what's in these Epstein binders, and that wasn't by all the people that are pointed out here. That wasn't said by these people. What this appears to be is an overpromise, underdeliver. Or a cover-up. You only have those two options, as best I see it. Overpromise, underdeliver. Oh, my God, guys, wait till you see the Epstein files. They're on my desk. Holy cow, it's crazy. And then when you deliver them, you're like, oh, and there's no bombshells in it. It's either that or a cover-up, which is why even like Trump fans are going like, no, we want more. We want to know more about this tell us the truth. Why won't you tell us the truth? Sometimes everybody hypes stuff up so much, and then when it's release time, you go, that's it? Like, that's
But that happened,
all that
and
you
then there
got?
was no talk of it, and now this is getting back into the zeitgeist, wrong word? Like, why is it the main topic when we had that whole parade of them with the binders and there was no information?
Why is it a topic now?
Yeah, what made it resurface all of a sudden?
Because
Pam Bondi?
Pam Bondi did the Sunday night dump of all the info from the Epstein thing, and essentially what Pam Bondi said was, guys, think about something else. Nothing to see here. Move along. Stop being obsessed with the Epstein stuff. Jeez, is there anything else going on out there?
It's funny because I think Jon Stewart pointed out on his show that they were like, when Trump was super aggro on Truth Social about it, and he's like, why is people still talking about Epstein? Epstein is old news. And then he mentions Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yeah, I mean, even older. I think that's fair. I think that's fair for sure. But I think the problem is this is your own hype machine. Like literally, Pam Bondi and some of these other people, they were part of the hype machine that brought this up. And so everybody's waiting. There was the binders moment and all that stuff. And then that wasn't enough. And they said, well, we're not going to release it. And then there was allegations like Trump doesn't like that he's also in this because he had met Epstein on a couple of occasions.
Some photo ops.
And then when the release comes out, it's like a whole womp thing. And so everybody's that's where we're at right now. The release literally just came out like a week or so ago, and there was nothing there, even though there was people promised that all this stuff was on Pam Bondi's desk. So Trump is saying the files were made up by Comey, made up by Obama, made up by Biden. I don't think that's where all of this is coming from. I think this is coming from actually the majority of people that I'm seeing are demanding more information, and they're right-wing people. There are people who are saying like, whoa, no, you promised us there was a lot more than this. Like here's Matt Walsh. He's definitely on the right. Matt Walsh is of the Daily Wire. And here he is talking about what he wants.
Now, of course, we have no idea what information, if any, this sociopath, this evil woman will ultimately reveal. But the fact remains that, especially after the humiliating display by Bondi and the DOJ we've all just witnessed, it's probably worth listening to Maxwell's testimony. If a client list exists at this point, she's the most likely person to tell us. Now, yes, it's an indictment of Pam Bondi and the DOJ that we see any reason to listen to a ghoul like this, but that's where we are. Millions of Americans are not satisfied with what we've been told.
See, this is not like, again, this is not Biden. This is the people who are right of center who are saying like, we were promised something.
Kind of like far right.
Okay, which would be right of center. Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire is the person who you're hearing from right now. You didn't think I properly classified where he's coming from?
Oh, you say like right of center, but I feel like when these names come up sometimes that they have more of an extreme take. That would be like far right. But, I mean, semantics. Either way, I do find it very interesting because it seems to be all turning to Pam Bondi. When in that case, does that mean it's going to be MAGA versus Pam Bondi now?
It already is. That's what's happening right now. It's literally what's going on right now. He says millions of Americans are not satisfied with what we've been told, and we shouldn't be. I want to make this very clear to those on the right, including the president himself, who are telling us to just drop the subject and move on. We cannot drop it. We can't move on because what we want is justice. We have a deep desire for justice, and we can see how the corrupt and powerful are never held accountable. We want these evildoers to be punished. So again, it's like at the end of the rainbow, they're like, where is it? Where's the juice? You promised the juice. Where is it?
How's old Dan Bongino holding up? Has he returned to work yet?
He did go to work yesterday and I believe today. But him and Kash Patel of the FBI were apparently like quiet quitting a little bit. They were mad about this. They were upset about how it makes them look to the base and these folks. And that's where they find themselves at the moment. Tammy says right of center is not far right. Where would you consider it on the graph? where right of center is all things to the right of the center. That's how that actually works. That's how you frame stuff like this usually. Connor says, now the MAGA people are discovering the Trump that us Democrats, he says, have been dealing with for years. This is what happens when you promise and you don't deliver, dude. That's what happens. That's what you get people upset because they were waiting with bated breath. And now you don't really have a great answer because if you say, well, there truly isn't anything there, they'll go, then why were you pretending that there was? Why were you hyping it up? You have become the situation that I always compare this to is Casey Anthony. And Casey Anthony, when she was under questioning by the police for her missing daughter, Kaylee Anthony, she got to the end of the hall, which is how I phrase it when I talk about stories like this. And she was talking with her mom, and her mom says, where's the kid? The mom calls the police. It smells like a damn dead body in the trunk. Cops come, they talk to Casey Anthony and said, do you work somewhere? And she was pretending to go to work every day. And so she had told her family she worked at Universal Studios. She goes, I work at Universal Studios. The cop goes, okay. And it calls Universal Studios. They go, we don't have any Casey Anthony that works here. Casey Anthony goes, I don't know who you're talking to, but they're wrong. I absolutely work there. I work at Universal Studios. The lie continues. Then the cop goes, all right, you know what? Get in the car. Okay, fine. Let's go. We'll go to my office. Casey Anthony gets in the passenger seat of the police car. The cop car drives over to Universal Studios. She goes, all right, you want to go inside? All right, let's go inside. Take me to your office. She opens up the door. She walks with command through the hallways, and she maneuvers through this place and that place. And finally, she gets to a dead end. She goes, I don't work at Universal Studios. Eventually.
Is there body cam footage of that? That seems like such a cringe moment.
I don't know. I wish there was. But you end up at that moment, that end of the hallway moment where it's like, well, hang on. You told me that there was a list. You said that these people were on it. And that's exactly what I think people were expecting out of this. And these are, whatever you'd like to call them, right wing, far right, right of center, whatever you want to consider them. These are the people who are most angry about this. I'm actually not even seeing that much from people who are left of center talking about this. Maybe a little bit, maybe like, well, hey, you said there were some bombshells here. It's Trump's base that is the most upset about this from what I can tell. Let's go to this doorbell camera. I was talking about this. I'll put this up on See It Now. This is pretty crazy. For those of you in Pembroke Pines, Florida, you know what's going on here. A doorbell video captured a small plane crashing. It's like a Cessna. Huh. That happened fast. Right into a tree.
Oh, that's not a landing strip.
And then right down onto the ground below. There's 4 people on board this thing, and they all made it out of the plane and were hospitalized. Insane that they survived falling out of the sky into a tree.
I don't even think major injuries.
That's insane that you would have thought that was death. But yeah, they survived. You're saying there wasn't even bad injuries?
From what I understood, I may have to correct, but now it makes you wonder, small plane like that, you got to make a landing. Giant tree, the best place? It seems like a softer landing than most places.
Right?
That thing was cooking, though. It was going fast.
I'd rather land in like a giant bush than like the concrete, right?
You obviously don't want to hard land on anything that's not going to take some of the acceleration away and have some cushion to you. So the train worked out because it kind of caught this plane in Pembroke Pines. Again, I'll put it up on See It Now for you. It caught it like a glove, like a baseball going into a glove. And it grabbed this thing.
You're out.
And just kind of like set it down on the ground. I think there's some more footage of this. Let's see what else we could find here. This is in the neighborhood.
This thing away right now. This, as the mayor of Pembroke Pines released new video of the actual crash.
That's the footage. It just landed right in front of these poor people's house.
Residents just seconds. They heard the crash and rushed in. No, we got 4 in here.
4 in here, he said.
Inside this Cessna after it crashed in Pembroke Pines, just a few blocks away from North Perry Airport. Janelle Avila says her husband grabbed a fire extinguisher and a water hose.
That's so crazy. Like, you go into your front yard and these people who are flying around in the sky are now like in the body of this Cessna that has crashed.
Our Waze told us the landing strip was right here.
Man, that is scary. But they survived. At one point, an off-duty first responder used an axe and smashed the windows, and they pulled these people out. And they don't say what exactly happened with their injuries, but it says minor. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm guessing they walked away.
From the picture I could see of the plane, the main part, the part that you want to be intact, is mostly intact, and it's just one of the wings is definitely clipped off of here, and it came to a rest on its side. But it was still a difficult maneuver to get these people out, but it was best case scenario.
Really?
For what was going on here.
I was just watching. This is from another neighbor, and you could see them just pulling people out of this plane, all captured on the doorbell footage. Again, I'll pop that up and put it on See It Now so everybody could take a look. As we take a quick break and regroup, we'll get back. We'll talk about the Jennifer Love Hewitt thing that I wanted to mention real quick. Get into a grab bag segment. I'll hit a whole bunch of clips that I got saved up here. And then before you know it, we'll wrap up the Power Hour in the show and get on out of here. All that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408. Look out for an earlier accident on Bronson Highway eastbound before State Road 429. Traffic slowing down in your typical areas. Expect congestion heading through that amusement park area. There's slowdowns heading through the city as well. Traffic's piling up at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike and the Beach Line meet. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Is it time for a new job? Then it's time for Express Employment Professionals. Quit the endless online job search. Enlist the pros. Let a local recruiter from one of their 870 locations help. And Express never charges job seekers a fee. Go to ExpressPros.com.
Listen up, my friends. That mortgage guy, Don, offers HELOCs. That's right. Home equity lines of credit. A way to unlock your equity while keeping your super low 2, 3, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. Get cash out for home improvements. Deck install.
Hello, everybody. How are y'all? A couple of segments left.
Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Got some music queued up for the end of the show. It's going to be great. It's going to be glorious. B-Haw, I'm so sorry to hear about your car. That is unfortunate. Got a bunch of clips and different things to go over throughout the segment. When we come back, a grab bag segment. A lot of stuff that will spark some conversation, I think. I put that video up on See It Now if you missed it.
They understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or a trust, their experienced team are there for every step of the way. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
All right, Mr. Predicto. Mr. Predicto, is it true that Elton John will die as predicted in 3 weeks?
There is no doubt.
Oh boy. There is no doubt. No doubt. No, we need all of our gay icons. I mean, you got a lot of them. Don't get so ASCII. AI girlfriend report back. Just had a conversation with Grok about it. About $30 per month and no promise of sexy talk. I wonder if they'll... Like, that seems like it would be a tiered thing. Like... Hey, for $30 a month, we'll provide you access to this AI partner. And then for our Excalibur customers, for $100 a month, things get dirty. Take Chappell Roan before Elton John. She does come across a little bitchy. But like, who's surprised at all these people? She writes good music. She performs well. It turns out she's kind of a weird, very, very specific pain in the ass. Reginald Kenneth Dwight will not die, though. Lord willing. Likes have been close to 150 this week, going up. Ryan, let's elevate that. It's a Share the Show Tuesday. All right, now's the time. Hit that like button, just like this. Hit the like button on a Share the Show Tuesday. Support the stream. It's easy. It doesn't take a lot of effort for you to do it. You're one click away. On YouTube, click that like button. Show your appreciation. Clint Eastwood should always be on the short list. What, for celebrity deaths? Yeah. Like the stream so Sean can afford his nasal spray addiction. I'm not addicted. Although I do really need nasal spray. Otherwise, I'll be clearing my throat every 5 seconds. I don't want to do that. I saw it in mod chat after Kevin said Twitch is for retards. I don't even know the context. I don't even know the context, and I like it. All right, we're coming back, everybody. Let's do this. I got another Trump clip coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Until July 31st. Invest in your home's future and get a free estimate at EustisRoofing.com.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. TrustandWill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when a professional practice or a small business is involved and, of course, on the line. At Cordell & Cordell, we know the years of work that you've invested and what's at stake. For over 35 years, we've helped guide doctors, lawyers, and business owners through the complex process to protect their businesses that they've spent their lives building. Call Cordell & Cordell today because your business is more than a job, it's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial Pound Law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
Left. Bit of a grab bag segment upon us, and we'll go over some different clips that I have here that might spin us in different directions, and also to some of your feedback from thenewsjunkie.com. Speaking of feedback ready for you here. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails the show about the AI boyfriend-girlfriend thing because Twitter or XAI announced that they were going to have a new feature where you could, you could like talk to the AI like it's your partner, like it's a girlfriend. And then maybe, hey, cutie. Maybe it would even be not safe for work, though. Some people who have experimented with that during the show have said that that's not the case just yet. I don't know. I've not messed with this.
Are they asking about visual content or just the things that this person says?
Waterboy said he was messing with the XAI Grok date thing, and it said it was $30 a month, and that not safe for work banter with the AI girlfriend was not guaranteed. So I don't know where they're at in this.
So you can still get turned down by the AI?
Maybe. Could be. Anonymous emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. So I tried one of the apps that offers AI relationships. I'm newly single after a very long relationship, and I was wondering what it would be like. I couldn't get past the fact that I was talking to a computer. I will say it helps hone your flirting skills, but after trying it for a couple of weeks, I just couldn't get past the strangeness of it, says Anonymous. I never thought about it like that, like in terms of just kind of keeping you on your A game and making sure you're good at communicating with people and, listening and
I'm
responding.
curious if that is going to help you communicate with people, or because you're communicating with an AI that's not a real person, is it going to hinder your ability to, because when you finally get out and talk to an actual living, breathing human, you're just going to be weird because you're like, I've nailed this talking to a robot thing.
I mean, it was with that anime weird girl, but
like,
it worked.
So, like, perfect example is people always talk about one of the problems with pornography, and especially younger, younger adults or even older kids consuming pornography, is that it gives them an unfair and unrealistic view of how sex is supposed to work.
And I could see that. I could see the logic there. Yeah.
And so, if you're, you could argue that some of the teen boys watch porn and practice. If you're doing the same thing, but you're practicing talking to the opposite sex with an AI, are you really getting an accurate experience to move you into that next realm?
I guess it depends. I feel like overall, talking with an AI, it seems like there's very little doubt to me that it can improve your communication with actual people. It seems very, like, there's no doubt in my mind that it can improve your ability to communicate if you wanted it to do so, especially if you're smart enough with prompts to go like, hey, I want you to help me communicate with people, more specifically women. I want to try to have some very realistic interactions with you, and then tell me like how I did and judge my performance.
That makes sense. And I do wonder, because you can have, just like they have had in the past with phone lines or somebody like webcam, and the prompt there, if we're going to use that word, they are catering to you. But if you're asking the AI to make it as realistic as possible with some feedback, then great.
If it can, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it can do that. I would imagine it could do a lot of very impressive things. I would imagine it would be able to at least do a decent job at that. But thank you for the email and for being brave enough to at least email that over. I think this is just a reality of our life that's going to become more and more real as time goes on. And if you really analyze it, here's like my in-depth take on this. I think it's a way for men from Silicon Valley in California, United States of America, to find a way that they can get the money that's not being spent on real life women to be spent on digital women from other guys. So it's like guys in Silicon Valley going, no, these guys aren't paying for dinner and dates, but they still would do this. What if we make a fake lady and they talk to them? That to me seems like the overall big business move that's going on here, but people will get different things out of it. And it won't all be doom and gloom like the kid who's like offing himself. A lot of it will be just people feeling a little bit better about themselves and feeling like they have somebody to talk to. I mean, I can't imagine, I know there's AI stories out there. We've talked about them here on the show about people who have fallen in love with the AI and then taken their own life. Okay. That's terrible. It's bad. Don't want that to happen. If we could put up any guardrails that make sense to stop that from happening, I want to do that. But are you expecting me to believe that with the millions and millions of people, see, like, how many people are using ChatGPT? Tens of millions, hundreds of millions?
Tens of millions at least.
A lot of people. I don't know if we could find a number on that. But that's one AI, by the way. That's one AI model and example here. I don't believe that it would be a possibility that there's not anybody whose life hasn't been saved by AI. Like, if there's people who have taken their lives because of it, there must be a lot of people, and I would guess probably more, who have turned in times of depression to the AI and probably not taken their own lives. I would just have to believe that the inverse must exist there. Did you find anything about how many people are using that? Let me know if you do.
I actually asked ChatGPT
how many people use it.
And it said searching the web, and it gave me all these stats, which I'll get to in a second. And I said, yeah, why did you need to search the internet for that? Can't you just tell me yourself? Great question, and you're right to wonder. I do have general knowledge about ChatGPT's usage from training, but for rapidly changing metrics like user counts, it's better to check live data. Well, yeah.
Wouldn't the live data be from you?
Well, no, it's probably from just search, because that's what it's using, right? With searching the web.
Right. And so it says, OpenAI CEO and multiple reports indicate ChatGPT now has over 500 million weekly active users, up 25% since February of 2025. Some sources suggest 600 million monthly, with India overtaking the U.S. in usage. One widely cited stat, 400 million weekly users as of late June. Approximately 1 billion messages sent per day.
One source on YouTube, Kevin, says 800 million weekly active users globally. So let's just take the low end of that and say several 100 million people are using ChatGPT. There's like no space in my mind to accept an argument where not one of those people has been helped out. Not one of those people has been helped out by somebody who is like really going through it and maybe like tried to call one of these numbers and ends up on hold for 4 hours and stuff. And they go, all right, let me talk to ChatGPT. And like the emailer said, like sometimes it's not real enough, but yeah, I think some people are getting a little closer than that. Here is Miss Jennifer Love Hewitt at the 2025 premiere of I Know What You Did Last Summer. And it just reminds you how evil the internet is. To me, she looks like a regular person. Does she look as skinny as she used to be in the original movies? No. She was like in her early 20s when those movies came out, would be my guess. But here she is at the premiere, and then she's posing for all the photogs. And I pulled this up just so I could show it to you. She looks pretty normal to me, honestly. She looks chunky. She looks big, but she doesn't look like, it's not anything ridiculous. But when I saw this on Instagram, oh boy, were people just out of pocket on Jennifer Love Hewitt in the comments of this. And the stunning thing that hits me sometimes when I look at this is what percentage of the meanies are women on these social media platforms. And that always kind of shocks me when I'm looking through. Like, I'm never surprised just because some big fat loser is like, oh, look at this. Who cares about her? But there was a lot of reaction from women that were dumping all over her.
Is Jennifer Love Hewitt not somebody, I mean, I don't find her to be a divisive character, a divisive person.
No, I don't think so, no. Not that I could think of. You mean like politically or otherwise?
Or just like, I don't find her any reasons why people would not like her.
Yeah, well, internet trolls troll.
Yeah, people just want to be mean online. If you ever sink into the world of snark subreddits and like snark fan bases and, oh man, it's wild how weird some people are. To me, she just looks like a woman. How old is she? Jennifer Love Hewitt? She 40. Please let her be older than me so I feel young.
She is 46. 46 years old.
I'm younger than Jennifer Love Hewitt. Feel good about myself. But she was just getting all sorts of, but folks, that's why they don't want to do these things. That's probably why a lot of these people, especially young starlets and stuff, bow out of being in Hollywood, because everybody's such a dick about this stuff. Is that true? Karen on YouTube says she just had a baby recently. I mean, if that's the case, like, good
Come
God.
on.
Bunch of weirdos. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the final dispatches. I got those queued up and ready to go. We'll do the stories that didn't make the cut. And, of course, today I learned to wrap everything up for a Share the Show Tuesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is is The Jim Colbert Show. Talk radio with a side of chaos. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, your midday update. Waves of heavy rain crossing Florida today from the Atlantic coast to the Gulf Coast as a low-pressure system with tropical origins moves into the eastern Gulf. That's where it could become a tropical depression tomorrow. But for us, we're going to see areas of really heavy rain today through 3 o'clock before things taper just in time for the evening commute, but not before anywhere from 1 to as many as 8 inches in spots could fall, resulting in some spotty flash flooding. That's a wrap from Fox 35.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Good news, I-4 drivers. The Darrell Carter Parkway interchange is opening soon, bringing a new connection to I-4 and helping to ease congestion at nearby interchanges. Learn more at i4beyond.com/Darrell Carter.
There are some good, honest companies out there, and Mills Air is one of them. So that's why I like to tell you about this fantastic locally owned air conditioning company that will fix your AC if it's broken, that will not rip you off, that will treat you the right way, that will be honest with you, so that next time you have an issue and the next time, well, you remember, hey, Mills Air was really good to me. I'm going to go to them. That's what they do at Mills Air. That's why I love them. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call. Got a problem with your AC? This is the place. Mills Air, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Stuck in a car you hate? We'll set you free, even if you owe thousands more than...
Hey! Rate the show! Rate the show! Tell me what you think. What out of 10? What out of 10? 10 out of 10? 9 out of 10? What do you rate the show out of 10? I give us a 7.1 today. 7.1. But it's your turn to rate the show out of 10 as we get ready to wrap everything up. I'm going to jump inside and get to Taylor. No worries. 10 out of 10? Thank you. 10 out of 10. Meh? Okay. To each their own. Hey. 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 Ah. The hell? 6.9. 8 out of 10. Technical issues earlier. True. You know, it's been a stormy, nasty day. All things considered, you know, we fought through those issues. I think I provided some decent banners, says Bootsy, so 8.6 out of 10. Always give yourself a little credit. I'll tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, this show doesn't exist without you. It's like, yes, I host the show. Yes, I bring you all of the things that I think might lead to interesting discussions, and we talk about everything viral every day. Yes, I have a crew with me, Celine and Sabrina. Yes, there's other people who help out with the show, like Josh and Fritz and all these other folks. But you are a big part of the show as well, every single day. All right? We could do with a few less radio personalities in chat, if I'm honest. Behaw vying for chatter of the day in my heart in the last minute. All right. Who is our chatter of the day? Chatter of the day. Can't be Austin. He won yesterday or the day before. Sun State John. All right, I'll take that on advisement. Sun State John. Abraham Dragon Butt. He's a cool guy. Kevin Fisher. Let's see. Who should get chatter of the day? Elton John?
Learn more at servicetitan.com/commercial. That's servicetitan.com/commercial. Results are not guaranteed and may vary.
Jennifer Case? Have you guys considered Joe? That's 2 for Sun State John. Congratulations, Sun State John. Sun State John, you're our chatter of the day. They said you couldn't do it, but look at you go. You win an AI girlfriend. And a far right podcast. All right, folks, thank you for being with us today. Thank you, Barbara, on Facebook. Thank you, AD. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Johansson. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, Crazy Drunk Cat Lady. Thank you, Night Nurse. Thank you, more importantly, to all of our mods out there in Modville. Thank you for doing what you do each day. If you want to continue the chat, if you enjoy the chat community, go over to the News Junkie Discord. What's a Discord? Well, you go to the link on thenewsjunkie.com, click it, and look for general chat. Just drop in there, start chatting. You're going to meet some amazing people. I'm on Discord from time to time, but there's a lot more interesting and funny people than me there always, around the clock. Meet some friends. It's hard to meet friends when you're an adult, but you can meet them on there. Good people, I promise you. So get the Discord link over on thenewsjunkie.com right now, everybody. Thank you, mods. Thank you, chatters. Thank you, people. God bless you. God bless Tiny Tim. Stay gold.
Quickly, just call Nickley and tell him Jim Colbert told you to call. Nobody does guaranteed cash offer on your home better than the Nickley Group. Get your own team of local experts. Secure more money twice as fast. Real experts that get real results. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Visit thenickley.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here, and it's the summer of sandwiches. For a limited time, Wawa's mixing it up with hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under. Savor a summer of sandwiches and savings. Gotta have a Wawa.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This is...
Cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Share the Show Tuesday. Thank you all involved for sharing the show on a lovely Tuesday like this. A couple of things on the way out, all right? A couple of things on the way out. One, there are tiny little things you could do, not just on Share the Show Tuesday, but on any day like this, that are very nice and helpful to us. So if you enjoyed a minute or two of the show today, of the discussion of talking about all the stuff happening in the world, and you want to pay it back somehow, you can go to thenewsjunkie.com/share. You'll see all of us and all of our social media profiles, and you can follow those. That's always a nice thing to do. Everybody's up there on all different profiles at thenewsjunkie.com/share. You can subscribe to the podcast. You can do all of that stuff. Oh, is that how long we have left? Oh, my good God. All right, I'm just going to play the last song. Today I learned this band.
Kings of...
No, it's Three Dog Nights is correct. One is the loneliest number. It was created after the songwriter was busy trying to call somebody and getting a busy signal over and over and over, and they were inspired to do the beat of this song. There you go. All right, thank you. We appreciate you. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the